SAA has created a statewide sportsmanship program to raise the bar, promote positive and appropriate behavior at all high school games. Spectators and fans are encouraged to be passionate, enthusiastic, and be supportive as long as they remain positive. Let's adhere to the UH SAA policy and do rowdy right. Cheer for your team, not against the competition. Remember, folks, Dixie High is not a COVID-free zone. Please social distance as much as possible and wear your mask. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Walt Brooks Stadium on the campus of Dixie High School here in St. George, Utah, for Region 9 football. Tonight, we welcome in the Panthers of Pineview High School and your Dixie Flyers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats. Direct your attention to the 50-yard line, where tonight, our nation's colors will be presented by the Dixie Junior ROTC. Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem will be performed by the Dixie High Madrigals under the direction of Ashley Rich. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Interior Design Center pregame show. Technical difficulties there. We got it ironed out for you. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson. What a good one we have. And let's go back to our Camping World Keys to Game for just a second. Then we'll get our Sky Mountain lineups, starting lineups for you once we get each offense and defense out on the field. But Andy, really going to be fun to watch this crosstown rival. Of course, Pineview comes in undefeated in region play. A win here, they know they got the inside track to wrap up the Region 9 title, get the top seed out of Region 9, get a bye, and then a home game or a couple in the postseason. For Dixie, they know that if they can win this game, they could make it a three-way tie potentially, depending on what happens in the other games tonight, and maybe get a share of the Region 9 title.
Yeah, I mean, Dixie, they start 0-3. They get it into Region 9. They start 3-0 in Region 9. They lose a very tough game to Snow Canyon, but we're right there with them physically. It's so impressive to me how well this defense has played because of the injuries that they've had. Guys who have stepped up. McCade Fielding has been tremendous defensively for him this year. Aldridge at linebacker has been great. They got Hunter Knighton back in the defensive secondary. I know they're dealing with some injuries in this game, but I think that they can compete if they can get this win. Obviously, that still keeps them in the running for the region championship. They're poised to get a bye in the first round of the playoffs, and they got one of the most talented quarterbacks, I think, in all of 4A in Bronson Barbin.
Well, that's going to be a big key tonight. When you look at the Camping World keys to the game, your adventure starts with a stop this fall at Camping World St. George, Hilton Drive, or online campingworldstgeorge.com. The quarterback play, I mean, Barbin is a gunslinger. Bunnell is a gunslinger. Barbin, the Flyer quarterback's a junior, and he's very polished, very, very efficient. And then you've got Bunnell, who has waited his turn, and has really made the most of this. And he's got to be having a blast in Gary Croton's offense. I mean, this is, you got a former BYU head coach, Chicago Bears offensive coordinator. He's coached at a bunch of other stops, and he's calling the plays now at Pineview High School. And here's Bunnell that's waited his turn, and now he just gets to sling it all over to guys like Dominic McKenzie.
Yeah, I mean, you can't imagine a funner offense to be a part of as a high school quarterback. I feel really happy for Bunnell, who put in his time, backed up McLeod, was very patient, team player all the way, and now he's in there having another excellent season, winning a bunch of games, great statistics, has so many talented guys to throw to, and having Gary Croton calling the plays is got to be pretty fun for him. No
question. Other keys, I mean, anytime you're in a battle, a Region 9 war like this should be tonight, I mean, turnovers are going to be huge. Third and fourth down conversions are going to be really big. And obviously, it's going to be a lot of fun. Panthers come in wearing the all-white with the gray numbers, white helmets. Flyers wearing the home blues with the white pants, white numbers. And they are giving one last fire it up kind of chant going as they're about ready to race the American flag onto the field. They're going to put 12 minutes on the clock, and we're closing in on kickoff. Again, thanks to Brooke Nyberg, Interior Design Center. You want stylish new looks, you want traditional looks, you want country-themed looks, you can check it all out, interior-designcenter.com. Looking for an interior decorator, design center. They got flooring, window shades, window coverings, everything you can imagine, and she will do a great job helping your house turn into a home at Interior Design Center. Appreciate Camping World for the keys to the game. This is our Sullivan Homes game of the week. They build homes just right all over southern Utah. We'll get you again the Sky Mountain starting lineups as we meet the teams. A couple things we're doing tonight. We're looking for every broadcast our Dad Strucking Player of the Game, which is kind of a tradition for us. And we've been doing that for 15 years in a row, naming Dad Strucking Player of the Game. In a region game, we'll name one for each team. Also looking for the play of the game tonight, brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus. We'll keep an eye on that. Sometimes it doesn't come to the final play of the game. Sometimes it comes early in the game. We'll just have to wait and see. Also looking all across the region for our region-wide player of the night. And it was a lot of fun to have Handel's Homemade Ice Cream on our pregame show, because we had a ice cream eating contest, and a guy won it in 32. Jonah, Dixie student, won it in 32 seconds. He was beastly with that ice cream.
That was amazing. He inhaled that sucker. That was super fun to watch. Great job, Jonah.
Yep. The Flyers lost the toss. Panthers have deferred to the second half. So the Pineview Panthers and Kogan will kick it and back deep, and it's going to be returnable from the 3 and out across the 20, and then taken down at the 22. Looked like he was going to maybe have a little crease, and it got shut down in a hurry. And here comes Bronson Barbin and the Dixie offense. Of course, you got Avery Anderson, running back Shea Anderson. These two brothers are electric. Alex Maycock is back, but Hunter Knighton will not play tonight. But Maycock is back in the backfield, which is a huge boost for Dixie. Carson Greer has started to break out. Also, Easton Ellett goes in motion. We'll meet the rest in a second. It's Maycock, and he'll take it for about an 8-yard gain out to the 30. And it'll be a nice carry for Alex Maycock as they get him back into the lineup after an injury. Cost him, I think, 5 games. And good to see him back out there. Also, Joshua Barney out there. And then the offensive line, Honor Allo, Kenneth Erickson. Of course, their center, George Lamb, really instrumental in this Flyer offense. We'll meet the Panthers defense in just a second, but another run to Maycock, counter Trey, and nothing doing that time as the Panthers bottle him up and no gain on the play. So the Flyers will have 3rd down and 3 as that play goes nowhere. Panthers digging in defensively. They like to run the 3-4 defense. They've done that pretty much all season. First pass of the game. It's complete out of the backfield. Maycock, the sticks, and got it. Fabulous Freddy's first down. Nice little high percentage throw. And Dixie will move the chains. Maycock, good to get the senior back, huh, AT?
Oh, absolutely. He is a workhorse running back. Started the season really well, getting 15 carries a game, and absolutely great to have him back.
Barney going to throw. Blitz comes up the middle. It's Ryan Jordan. He rolls and throws, and it is going to be incomplete. Ball was on line. Might have even been caught in among the Pineview bench players, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. That was intended for Josh Barney.
Yeah, Barney has great hands. Almost snagged it long enough, but then a good pursuit by that right cornerback. And Ryan Jordan coming with the blitz in the middle. He's one of the best linebackers in region.
Absolutely. Your secondary, you've got Francis on one corner and then Marcus McKenzie on the other corner. Two really good corners here. And it was McKenzie in coverage. Handoff on 2nd down and 10 to Maycock. And he is hit and driven down. And really no gain on the play. Maybe a couple-inch gain to the 40. It's going to be 3rd down for this Dixie offense.
Yeah, key 3rd down here early for Bronson Barbin. Likes to go to the middle of the field, usually in these types of situations. Easton Ellett on the near side slot position.
You're going to throw. Barbin has time now. Rocks, fires. Greer couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. And nice coverage there by Dylan Becker, the junior outside linebacker. And it was just a timing route to the chains, but they couldn't connect. And the punt unit is on the opening drive. Got a 1st down there, and then the drive kind of stalls out.
Yeah, Greer's kind of become his go-to guy in key situations. He's got strong hands. He's the biggest receiver that they've got. He's good in the red zone, but that time just great defense by Pineview.
Barney will kick it, little rugby-style high kick. Fair catch called for, and then a flag flies in late. Flyer player kind of bumped into him. That was kind of a lot of congestion there right around the punt returner. And we'll wait our first penalty of the game. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. This is our Sullivan Homes Game of the Week between the Panthers and the Flyers. And the officials talking it over. Nets on fire clock, just 9:54 left. And they're gonna wave it off. They're gonna say he was blocked into the punt returner. Man, those light gray jerseys are really tough to see the numbers. I'm guessing that was Dominic McKenzie or Preston Mann that was bumped into that Fair caught that. Man in motion. He'll flip it backwards to him. It's a double pass and wide open behind the defense, and it's caught. And then a tackle comes in Flyer territory from the backside, but a beautiful job by the Panthers on a little trickeration, Andy.
Yeah, awesome way to start the game for Pineview. Come out guns blazing, use your speed. They've got so many weapons that they can throw to.
That was Christian Bailey with the catch. Now Bailey will switch sides with Dominic McKenzie. So McKenzie and Preston Mann in a twins to the left. Braden Bunnell gonna look left, going deep, over the middle, Marcus McKenzie, and it's intercepted by Bo McGivern. Bunnell through the post route, McGivern, the safety, sat underneath it and picked it off, and we have our first turnover of the night.
Yeah, he let it loose a little early, and it's hard to overthrow McKenzie. He was running the right route on the post, but Bo McGivern was standing right there in the coverage, safety position, and it just hit him chest high, easy interception, and the first turnover of the game.
So Here comes Bronson Barbin. 4 receiver set. They'll put Anderson in motion and give it to Anderson, but it looks like maybe a false start as Shea started to run that motion fly sweep we always are accustomed to. With Coach Blaine Munkers and defense coordinator Rick Barry, rest assured they put the work in this week, knowing the tall order to try to find a way to beat a really, really, really talented team that's unbeaten in region play, the Pineview Panthers. And right now they're going to go over the top. It's a quick slant route. It's incomplete to Easton Ellett, in and out of his hands. That was a missile out of the hand of Bronson Barbin, and it wasn't offline. It hit him, but I just don't think he could bring that in. And it was really tight coverage by Pineview. 9:33 left, no score. First quarter action on our Nets on Fire clock. Go to netsonfire.org. Training packages available. Check out big tournament they got this weekend. A lot of our high school basketball teams playing in it. And there's a throw, and a flag comes in as the pass over the middle is incomplete. Side judge threw a flag about 25 yards at about the 16, 17-yard line. Came in from the Dixie sideline, or side judge, rather. And this penalty is going to be illegal hands to the face on the Panthers defensively. So that is a huge mistake there, and it's going to give Dixie a little bit of breathing room out of the back of their own end zone. They're really in the shadow of their own goal line, and now they're going to mark this penalty out, and it'll be a spot foul, and it'll be second down and about 5 from the 15. Barbin, Anderson sidecar left, draw play to Anderson. Anderson has a little crease, hits it fast, and he's going to have a Fabulous Freddy's first down. And finally tackled by Becker, but that's a 10-yard gain for Anderson.
Yeah, huge to get him going early in this one. Get a first down, get the sticks moving. Great blocking up front by Dixie against a very stout defensive front of Pineview.
Here's the snap out of the gun. Barbin going to fling it down the sideline and over the top of Barney, incomplete. Barbin kind of rushed that, maybe just throwing that away. You know, that first drive, they got that first down. They had that nice pass to Maycock for a 14-yard pickup, and then Maycock had a nice little 7-yard run. They moved the chains, then the drive stalled out. Now they picked up another first down, but an errant pass there makes it second down and 10. Barbin's going to move Easton Ellett a little wider. Ball right in the middle of the field. Flyers working left to right on your radio dial. And Barbin under pressure and nearly intercepted, but it's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Barbin getting out of the pocket here a little bit after the fake jet sweep. Pressure comes again up the middle on a delayed rush from Pineview. Been impressed with Dylan Becker so far playing that safety position. And nobody's getting over the top of him.
You know, you forget how good Pineview's defense is because it gets so much accolades from how good their offense has been, scoring so many points. But this defense has had some shining moments. They sent a blitz, 4-man rush. They give him time, though, and over the top, one-on-one, and it is caught. Flyers get a big play. Barbin all the way down the field, and Kesterson reels it in. And Derek Kesterson kind of used his body to shield and wait for that high arcing pass to drop all the way down to the Panther 25.
Yeah, once again, I don't know. I think that may have been Becker who was draped on him. It was a great coverage. Somehow Kesterson makes the catch in pretty high traffic.
49 yards on the connection. Flyers go pretty quick. Fly sweep to Easton Ellett, picking his way patiently, gets the sideline, turns it north and south right near the chains, and then is hit hard and driven out of bounds.
Excellent job weaving in and out. I thought he didn't have enough room to get that much on the sideline, but he dodged and dipped and dived his way for close to a first down.
Dodge, dip, dunk. What other D
I was trying to think of more, but I ran out.
Flyers on the march, but there is a penalty down on that far side. I didn't see it till, obviously, action stopped, and now the officials have gotten done with the conference, and it's an illegal shift on Dixie, and so that's going to hurt the Flyers and move them back 5 yards. And they'll replay the down, so that's like it never even happened. Now you can see Barbin airing it out. Look at that line, giving him time, And look at the throw, the accuracy on the deep ball. Got a big arm. We've heard Coach Munkers say he has got as strong an arm as maybe any Dixie Flyer quarterback in a long time. And there's been some good ones. Blake Barney, Mike Sharp, and the list goes on and on. Ammon to Cow. They've all had good arms, but maybe the strongest of all of them is this kid right here, the junior quarterback, Barber. Going to throw again. Has time, stays in the pocket. Look at the footwork. Now the pressure starts to come. He's got to get rid of it. Does, and it is caught on the sideline, and he takes a big hit, but it's complete at the 20-yard line, and it's Easton Ellett on the reception. Look at the time. The offensive line gives, and Barbin finds his man late in that play on the sideline, driven out of bounds, and they're into the Team D Auto Sales red zone. Here is Anderson. Anderson going to have a nice gain of nearly 4, maybe 5, all the way down to the 15 as he falls forward. And that is a nice run there by Shea Anderson. Or excuse me, that was Avery Anderson, I think. Avery is number 3, and Shea is number 4. They're not twins. Avery's a senior. Shea is a junior for this Flyer team. Now Carson Greer, and Kesterson go twins. They put Kesterson in motion. Twins to the left side. They run it, and they blow it dead. They don't run it, and they're going to call a procedure penalty here. So it was a foul start on Dixie, and the penalties not really slowing them down, but a step backwards, then a couple steps forward, then a step back on this drive, but they are into the Team D Auto Sales red zone. And it looked like Kesterson had a little lane and had one blocker out there. .7:35 left, first quarter. No score, but the Flyers knocking on the door here. First and 15. Now it's play action, and it's zipped in there to Greer, and this was caught right on the hands down to the 5-yard line, a gain of 10. Actually, gain of 15, excuse me. And actually, they're going to give him 14-yard gain. They're going to mark him just shy, and it'll be 2nd down and 1. But when you're behind the chains, 1st and 15, nice to get, a 14-yard gain. Barbin comes up, has a word with George Lamb, his center. Now the line crouches. Flyers at the 6 of Pineview. Little scissor cut action in the backfield, and Anderson diving near the goal line, and he's going to be just shy. And they're going to mark him down, but it's going to be a fresh set of downs for Dixie. But we have another flag. And here comes our busy referee, and it's a legal shift again on Dixie. So wipe away the 1st and goal from down inside the 2, and they'll replay 2nd down. Oh, a couple costly mistakes here for the Flyers. And this first quarter is flying by. We're nearly halfway through it. 6:38 and ticking on the clock. No score on our one-loss scoreboard. Your dedicated personal injury attorneys. Flyers looking over. Coach Eggleston's hand signals it in. He's standing right next to Coach Blaine Munkers. Coach Boyer, Coach Hausner signaling the plays from the other side. They give it to Anderson. Anderson turns, running north and south. Takes a big hit, falls forward down to the 2, and that's another Fabulous Freddy's.
First down, and Anderson showing his strength and his will to get into the end zone on that play. He got hit hard a couple times here. We'll see on the replay for our TV audience. Gets the edge. Great blocks once again, occupying the lineman. Gets sandwiched, but spins off it. And that was Enoch DeCow and Ryan Jordan with the hits. Didn't matter. Still almost got in the end zone.
2 of the hardest hitters in the region, you could argue, in DeCow and Jordan. So 1st and goal for Dixie. Deep in the Team D Auto Sales red zone. Alexander Maycock, he's back. Touchdown. Flyers strike first. 1-yard touchdown run for Alex Maycock, and Dixie strikes first here tonight. 5:48 left, first quarter.
And the Flyer faithful like what they see so far from Dixie. Great drive. And once again, the front of the Flyers is not only blocking the defensive linemen, they're getting up to the 2nd level, pushing people around a little bit. Powerful drive there for Blaine Munkers and Dixie as the PAT is down, up, and good. And we got a 7-0 ball game.
Yeah, and the PAT brought to you by Simply Wisdom Teeth. Let's take the break. Panthers will get a possession when we come back, trailing the Flyers 7-0.
there's a rush coming.
Let's rush best 9 plays from last week in Region 9. Number 3, we go to the soccer field. Same field, different sport. Brianna Stewart bends it like Mia into the top corner pocket. Take a peek at your letters. You can send us mail at any time.
What's up with the stupid robot? His prediction percentage is lower than my dog's IQ, and my dog is dumb as a rock.
Lawrence, are you going to do anything, or are you just going to sit there? There's one thing coaches love. It's media guys telling them how good or bad their team is.
Welcome back, Dixie High School. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. 5:48 to go first quarter. And kickoff into the end zone for the touchback. For the Flyers, after that interception, that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 play drive that culminates with a Maycock 1-yard touchdown run. Good to have Maycock back. Obviously, huge loss not having Hunter Knighton. He had just came back for the last couple games, and his injury happened last week in the Crimson game. So here is Bunnell and the offense trying to get it going. Zone read, give it, and a positive play for a gain of almost 2 on that quick hitting run. I think that was number 25, Ryan Jordan. Or was that Lung
Big
Choi?
fella.
Or was that Lung Choi? I couldn't tell.
No, it's Jordan.
It was Ryan Jordan on the carry. Thought it was him. Yeah, he brings it on both sides of the ball. Looking into the swing pass. Instead, they go to McKenzie. And Dominic McKenzie, I don't think he caught it long enough before it came out, but the official comes in, and now they're going to say it's a catch. He did hang on long enough.
Yeah, that was close. He got hit hard from behind by Washington.
I think that's a good call on catch, don't you?
Yeah, I think they got that right.
I think he was down, had it, and then let go of it, and then decided I'll re-grab it, so it looked like he might have lost it at the end. And now a high arcing pass over the middle, and it's intercepted by Greer. Carson Greer with the second interception already in the first quarter off Bunnell, and the Flyers take over, already leading 7-0.
And that was a man grab right there by Greer in traffic, just ripped it away out of the air. He was, Bunnell was looking the way of Takao the entire way, and Bunnell makes the play. Or no, that was Mann, sorry.
He's trying to find Preston Mann. He put a little air under it, tried to throw a little high soft one in there. And I think that extra hang time maybe allowed Greer to break on it, get the Oski. So with 4:44 on the clock, Dixie takes back over. Play action, looking to throw. Over the middle, and a bullet past Kesterson, incomplete. That was a clothesline dagger throw, but he led Kesterson too far. They freeze everybody, though, on that play action. And Kesterson did get a step or two past the DB, but the safety was coming over the top, so there was a tight window to fit that football into. Flyers at the 36-yard line. Fake it, throw it, catch it, Greer. And Greer's going to take it down to the 26. Now they're going to give him the 27. They'll give him the 27, and that's going to be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Fuel it up, wash it down. You and your car always feeling fabulous at the 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's locations, home of the pink cookies. Of course, they've got the Doc Popcorn over there at the Bluff Street location. And your favorite drinks from Splash, available at both locations as well. Play action, and Barbin's going to roll, now throw, and his receiver fell down, and it's incomplete. Trying to run a comeback route, and was trying to cut from about the 7 and come back to about the 10 where that ball sailed out of bounds. And I don't know even if he stays up if that's caught or not, but we'll never know. First Ace Hardware update, Garrett to Cook screenplay for a touchdown, and Cedar has a quick 7-0 lead over Hurricane. Here at 7-0, and the Flyers with possession. They give it to Anderson, and Avery Anderson bottled up. No gain on the play.
And they ran that little draw against Snow Canyon over and over again, and it worked like a charm almost every time. against this defense's linebacker coming in late. Enoch Takau blew up a block.
Rick Maui, though, fought off the
Maui,
block
yeah.
and made that tackle. Maui had a great game last week against Snow Canyon. Now Barber's going to throw over the middle, and it is caught by Anderson. I see Shea Anderson behind the DB and his own receiver and just snare it out of the air, and they're down to the 1 yard line. He almost fell in and broke the plane of the goal, just shy.
This is an unbelievable, one of the best catches of the year, to sky up high over the safety and snare it with his gloved hands. What a catch.
24 yards on the connection as Barbin hits Anderson. Barbin, for the most part, seems really in rhythm here early on. And they're going to give it, and they're going to run it to Maycock, and Maycock's going to lunge in on the second effort, and they are going to mark him shy. Really close on that second effort. Take a look here. And he goes low, and he breaks the plane with the fall forward. From the backside, it appears his elbow's in the end zone, but I think there was a penalty on the Flyers that backs them up. It wouldn't have mattered. And they're going to mark a 5-yard penalty off on motion again. And that'll back them up to the 6 yard line. Maybe that's why they weren't in a hurry to signal anything, because they knew there had been motion, false start on the play. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm not on, we don't have a goal line angle for that, and we're sitting at the 50-yard line. First down and goal, and now another penalty. Andy, that's like 5 or 6 either motion or false start penalties.
Yeah, it's kind of been an issue that they've had all year long, especially in the red zone. And is going to back them up. Still first and goal, but they're going to be back to the 13-yard line.
So Pineview has ran 5 plays, and 2 of them have been intercepted, and this whole quarter is almost gone.
Yeah.
And the Flyers are in the Team D Auto Sales Red Zone. Team D, 488 East St. George Boulevard. Great cars, great prices. Live and consign, or take your trade-in at Team D Auto. And now they're going to throw him into the end zone corner, and it's nobody home. Throws that out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, looking on the right, trying to get to the pylon there for Greer, but well covered.
Yeah, Francis was right there, kind of hanging out by the pylon. Was Barber just throwing that away, or did he misfire? Because he's been on, but a couple times when he's been off, it's almost like he's just living to fight another down.
I think he saw that it was so tight that he, last second didn't want to risk it.
So the Panthers try to maybe hold Dixie out of the end zone or force a field goal here. Barber going to work. Second down. Over the top he goes, and it's caught, and he's fighting, and he's going to wrestle forward. Did he break the plane of the goal? No, just shy of a touchdown, as there was a lot of fighting going on. That was Carson Greer again on the reception.
Amazing effort by Greer. We talked about his strength. He gets wrapped up, refuses to go down, keeps fighting, and great job coming to help on the tackle there by
and a good hustle,
man.
and a good hustle by the official to get down the line and see that he did just end up shy. He never broke the plane of the goal. That's a great spot. So 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Anderson. Anderson up the middle, and this time the Flyers get it. Avery Anderson, the 1-yard touchdown run, and they have a 13-0 lead over Pineview with 1:42 on the clock in the first quarter.
How about Dixie playing power football, too? I mean, they've gotten 2 picks on defense, but running the ball, this time to Anderson up the middle. He's getting blocks. This is an inspired group of offensive linemen for Dixie so far tonight.
And
playing great.
Honor Allo was the guy that got that initial surge and created enough space there. Simply Wisdom Teeth. That's all they do. $8.99 sedation, all 4 teeth removed. Dr. Henderson does it the best. SimplyWisdomTeeth.com. We'll take the break. 14-0 Flyers lead the Panthers on CEC TV, ESPN Radio.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Back live and returnable, and going to be returned out across the 20 to the 24, almost the 25-yard line. And Andy, kind of an important drive, even though it's still first quarter for Pineview, to try to get this offense going. I mean, they start the game with a trick play. It goes for 32 yards to Christian Bailey. But since then, an interception, a 2-yard run, a 6-yard pass, and another interception.
Yeah, you figure that you'll see a lot of Takao this drive based on Bunnell struggling a little bit here early.
McGivern has one interception. Carson Greer has the other for the Flyers. They're going to go onto the ground. And it's going to be a nice push by that offensive line. You look at some of the Sky Mountain starting lineup for Pineview offensively. Braden Bunnell, Preston Mann, Dominic McKenzie, names you know. But this offensive line is really good. And their leader, I think, is Peter Falanico. This kid is number 71. Big, strong, got a bunch of Division I offers. I think he's going to get a bunch more as they try to run it again. And finally, momentum stopped, and it's going to be a gain of 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 here. Yeah, they give him a pretty good spot. Ball's on Pineview's own 33. 3rd and 2, we'll call it. Out of the gun is Bunnell. And handoff goes, and right up the middle, big run by Takao. Takao across the 40, the 45, finally tackled. And a big, fabulous Freddy's first down for this Panthers offense, only their second first down here in the game. Look at that hole that offensive line opened up for Enoch Takao, who glides through it for a big gain from scrimmage.
Yeah, great job by Enoch Takao. He's got to carry him this drive as they get a Flyer to jump, and he jumped enough to encroach on the line of scrimmage. And that'll be 5 yards for the Panthers.
14-0 Dixie. They are just one loss in region play. Panthers come in undefeated. Bunnell from the right hash. 4 receivers dropping down the field, and he goes to McKenzie, who tries to climb the ladder, and it goes off his fingertips, incomplete. Check that. That was Preston Mann, the intended receiver, if I'm not mistaken. So 2nd down and 5 here for Pineview. Not going as fast right now. Clock stopped. 18 seconds left in quarter number 1. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you here. Draw play to Cow, and he's going to get a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
And they'll probably let the quarter expire here.
And that'll do it for the quarter. And we'll keep it right here. A very, very good start for this Dixie Flyer team. Andy, your thoughts after quarter 1? I mean, we expected this to be battle, and this game's far from over, but you can't script a better start. 2 interceptions for this Flyers defense, both culminating in 14 total points off turnovers.
And it was 2 throws that Bunnell threw interceptions on where it didn't seem to me, especially on the first one, that he was aware of what was happening in the secondary. I don't know if Coach Barry has switched something up that he didn't see in film, but that first pick to Bo McGivern was right to the safety and a bad throw. The second one was a great catch by Carson Greer going up for a 50-50 ball and ripping it away. But you got to credit Dixie taking full advantage. They're running the ball really well. It's good to have Alex Maycock back. Avery Anderson is running tough down in the red zone, and they got a 14-point lead. Impressive job all the way around by Dixie so far.
Obviously, they've only gotten the ball to Bailey on that trick play, but they got to try to find ways to get Marcus McKenzie the ball. But That's very difficult to do. 12 minutes on the clock. We start quarter number 2. It's 3rd and 3. And they're going to hand it off, and Takao right up the middle. First down and a little bit more. Needed just 3, got almost 6. That's power football right back at the Flyers there with Takao.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, just give it to him every time until, it's 3rd down and more than 5, the way things are going so far.
And here's another run right up the middle. Takao hits that hole hard, and he's going to have a pickup of 4.
Great block by Pineview, number 71, Peter Falanico, who's been a stud for them all year long. Playing on the left side of that offensive line on the blind side. Tackle, as Bunnell will be in the backfield once again with Takao as well as Bo Hall.
Bunnell has Hall, and it fakes it to him and then throws it over the middle, incomplete. Tackle comes anyway. They were trying to find Marcus McKenzie, I believe, kind of on a little slant route over the middle.
Yeah, just a little bit behind him, not pressured too much. That's a pass he's got to complete, especially against this stout Dixie defense, who's not giving him any openings so far tonight.
Takao in the backfield, looking downfield. Bunnell going to throw. It's complete. There's Marcus McKenzie, and he's tackled down at the Dixie 20-yard line. Ball comes out, but he was already down. And for the first time tonight, the Panthers are into the Team D Auto Sales red zone. Bunnell to McKenzie.
And he's so tough going deep on the field. The safety's got to respect and backpedal, and it gives him just enough cushion to come back for that ball on a little comeback route for a key first down there for Pineview.
Panthers going quick into the end zone. One-on-one coverage, and it is going to be caught. Touchdown Pineview in that far corner. Christian Bailey climbed the ladder, brought it in. And Bunnell put it up there perfectly, and Bailey makes the play.
Wow. Climbing the ladder, that's a great description. He just kept going up. I thought there was no way he was going to come down with this ball because Matalolo is right, on him the whole time, and he somehow keeps his balance, keeps his eyes on the ball, and is able to come down with it. What a catch.
You're right. I mean, Matalolo can't cover any better.
Yeah.
He just wasn't able to go up high and break up that pass. Here's your Simply Wisdom Teeth extra point. And it's up, and it is good. And just like that, Panthers, when they need to answer, they get one. What a quick drive that was for Coach Hosner and PV.
And it started all Takao, and it was like, okay, we're going to take the ball out of Bunnell's hands here for a second. But then they said, all right, let's turn him loose. He throws it up to Bailey, and that's going to be a huge confidence maker for Bunnell after a tough first quarter to get that score. He's got so many weapons. If they're going to win this game, it can't just be Takao. They got to keep him firing the ball. And Bailey, one of the best catches. I mean, we've seen Bailey with one of the best catches of the year. We saw Anderson with one of the best catches. Stars are out tonight, Double D.
That was Jeffrey, our statistician, says 10-play drive, goes 75 yards, and, of course, Bunnell, the 20-yard touchdown pass to Christian Bailey. And it's 14-7 on our one-loss scoreboard. One loss. Dedicated personal injury attorney. 10:51 to go. Nets on fire clock. This is our Sullivan Homes Game of the Week. And the Panthers ready to kick off. And back deep for the Flyers. 2 return men, and one of them is Greer, and McGivern is the other, and it's going to be returnable. And here comes the speed of, that was not Greer, excuse me. That was Matalolo on the return, and he takes a good one down the right sideline out across the 30, and it's about the 32-yard line where they'll spot it, and the Flyers with the football leading by 7. Great shot there for our CEC TV and online audience. If you're listening on radio and you're headed home, you can stream this game on sportsradio977.com, or you can watch it on CEC TV, TDS channel 108. Glad you're with us on a Friday night. First down run, going to pick up about 4 out across the 35 to the 36 by Anderson. Avery Anderson was looking for that cut back. And not a bad idea to get running north and south. So Canyon has a 21-7 lead on Crimson Cliffs, Andy, even with some guys, some stars not playing due to some injuries. Play action and off Kesterson's chest pad up in the air, incomplete.
And that's something that Barbin's had to deal with all year long. He's running an RPO, rips it out of the gun, and he's got to fire it fast. He's got such arm strength that this is just way too hot to handle for Kesterson. Luckily, no safety was nearby to pick that one off. He put it, right on the numbers, but it's going 100 miles an hour.
So 3rd down and 6. Flyers from their own 36. Barbin going to throw. Pressured. Escapes. Rolls right. Still looking downfield. Decide to tuck and run. Goes out of bounds and maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. But it's going to be 4th down for the Flyers.
Pineview's doing a great job on kind of these delayed blitzes. That time Ryan Jordan came like a bat out of you-know-where through the middle.
Sticks?
That's right. I guess we could say that on the air technically. But he is getting in the backfield. He's hounding Barbin. And Jordan having a great game so far for the Panthers.
Absolutely. He was incredible last week. I mean, we called his name. Him and Takao were just coming last week in that 1-point win over Snow Canyon. Josh Barney, rugby style, but he kicked it high and not very deep. It does take a little bit of a flyer roll, but Pineview's going to have excellent field position at their own 43-yard line. That is only about a net kick of 21 yards, roughly. They moved the chains too quick. 1st and 10, Pineview trailing 14-7. Thanks to Sports Clips. Second quarter play-by-play brought to you by Sport Clip MVP treatment. It's good to be a guy to Southern Utah locations. Big difference in this game so far, the 2 turnovers, but Pineview's defense, great job giving the ball back to their offense in good field position here for Bunnell. He'll go to work, handoff up the middle. And the run's going to take it right to midfield before Ryan Jordan is wrestled down by Carson Greer. And it's a gain of 7. Clock ticking, 9:32 to go here in quarter number 2. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you on our triple cast coverage tonight of our Sullivan Homes Game of the Week. Sullivan Homes, building homes just right for you, your family, all over Southern Utah. Check them out, sullivan-homes.com. Pineview not going fast, checking the sideline. Now on 2nd down, Bunnell raises his knee, is set. And handoff given. And a nice run for a 1st down. And still pushing and fighting and going to take that all the way to the Dixie 40. He was hit after a gain of 3 or 4, which was enough for the 1st down, and then got about 6, maybe 7 more yards after contact. And you got to love the legs just keep pumping there. They'll switch receivers to either side. And out of the gun is Bunnell. Ready to go. And that last run was by Lung Choi, and Lung Choi stays in at running back. He'll switch from the left side of Bunnell to the right side. And now Bunnell ready on 1st and 10. He'll give it to Lung Choi. And Lung Choi's going to fumble the football, and it's loose, and there's a dog pile, and I think the Flyers might have got there first. It was like simultaneous as it landed, 2 players, 1 from each team, diving towards the football, and Pineview maybe got it back.
Was that 79 for Pine? I thought there was no way
I think
they
it's
were going to get
Dason Moore.
it.
I think Dason Moore recovers that.
Because a Dixie player, like you said, is definitely the first one, and he just out-muscles it away. It was more simultaneous, than I initially thought. Great job by Pineview there.
That was it 78, Dason Moore that got on that? I couldn't tell. Enoch Takao back in at running back, right up the middle. Greer tried to strip it out late, but another nice gain, another Fabulous Freddy's 1st down. Down to the 25 of Dixie.
Yeah, I think it was 78, by the way, the biggest guy on the field at right tackle who did recover that fumble.
Well, the 78 is Moore, but 79 is Peyton Calico, who's also 6'3" and a big man. You got really good tackles for Pineview. You got Moore on the right and Falanico on the left. Now over the top post route, trying to hit McKenzie, and Bunnell threw it out in front, incomplete. Pressure was coming, though. Bunnell had to get rid of it and throw that a little bit earlier than he probably wanted to. McKenzie's thought he might have got just tripped up just a little bit, kind of knocked off his route there, but I don't think that ball was catchable. Panthers now, 2nd down and 10 from the Flyer 25. They trail 14-7. There's still no 7 on the scoreboard here, though, Andy. To Cow up the middle, and he's going to be spin move, B button on the Xbox. Nice move by Cow down inside the 15 all the way down to the 11. 1st and 10, Panthers.
Yeah, great block here. Pick up on the other side by Bo Hall to keep that edge clean and allow Cow to go right up the middle. And a touchdown-saving tackle on the spin move by Bo McGivern.
Yeah, McGivern did stay right there.
Hang on for life there.
Under 7 minutes to go first half. This game is cruising right along. Bunnell out of the gun. Gives it to Cow. Cow hit, fighting for extra yak yards, and he's going to get it down inside the 10 to the 8. Got a pickup of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and about 7. They can't get a first down around the 1.5-yard line. Against Snow Canyon, their game about the same time, 6:54 into the 2nd quarter. Snow Canyon leading 21-7, and a pass in the flat. It's caught. McKenzie fighting, diving, and I think he scored it. Touchdown, Panthers. How about that extra effort at the end to stretch it across the plane of the goal line?
What a way to respond, and McKenzie, I think, is underrated for his yards after catch ability.
It was Moten,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It was Moten. Moten from the inside out, switched places with McKenzie on the route, and then how many Motens are there? How lucky is Coach Hauser to just keep getting another Moten who can make plays like
this
that?
This is Tyson Moten.
Yeah.
And here's your Simply Wisdom Teeth extra point. Snap, hold down, kick is up and good. We're tied. 14-14, Flyers, Panthers. And we've got a good one brewing here.
Yeah, what a way to respond from Pineview in consecutive possessions. They're running it well. Obviously, that last touchdown pass to Moten was an easy out route for Bunnell to find, but he's made some good throws down the field. And Dixie's got to respond here. We know that Pineview can score in bunches. They're used to scoring high 30s, 40 points a game. Dixie's got to keep up with them. They get up 14-0, but you've got to count on Pineview scoring 3, 4, 5 more touchdowns this game, and Dixie can't slow down here.
57-yard drive, 7 plays, 57 yards, and it's a 8-yard touchdown as Bunnell has 2 consecutive touchdowns, erasing the 2 interceptions he threw early. You got to love that in your signal caller. And this one goes to Moten for the 8-yard score. And we're tied at 14 on a Friday night here at Dixie High School. Panthers set to kick it off. Back deep. Matalolo and McGivern. And Austin Kogan handles the kickoffs while Anthony Frusto handles the PATs and field goals. And Kogan, soccer player at Pineview, kicks it into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Yard deep. Once you break the plane, high school rules, it is dead, and Bronson Barber and the Flyers will set up shop at their own 20-yard line. You knew a 14-0 lead was probably not even close for this Pineview offense hitting the panic button, but you love the start for Dixie. But now their offense really probably needs to answer here.
Yeah, they do. They got gifted a couple turnovers in the first quarter, and they've got to prove that they can drive, 80 yards here against this Pineview defense.
Barbin puts Shea Anderson in motion, and instead gives it to Avery Anderson, who is absolutely grabbed and slammed to the turf after a short gain of a yard.
Can I make a comment about 75? Who's 75 for Dixie? I don't have him on my
Rick
roster.
Maui makes a great tackle there.
I don't have a 75, but he's got bright yellow cleats, and those should be illegal because every time I think there's a flag on play.
And the misdirection, they get it to Shea Anderson. And another short gain, get it to the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for this Dixie offense in a tie game. 14-14, 5:26 on the Nets on Fire clock in the second quarter.
And we're going to have Kesterson split out, isolated with Marcus McKenzie on this 3rd down. Ellitt's going to be in the far side slot.
Barman going to work, going to throw on 3rd down. Looks right, nothing there. Looks left, nothing there. Rolls left, buys himself some time. Nobody open downfield. Racing to the sideline. Now he has to get rid of it, and it is incomplete. Well, actually caught by one of the Dixie coaches. Nice hands there. But it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to drop it off to Avery Anderson, but Avery needed to get more separation from the line of scrimmage here. He was blocking, and he had an opening there for maybe just a second. Ryan Jordan closes it. And credit Pineview, because there's been a lot of out-of-the-pocket stuff. The receivers are trying to improvise and get open, but Pineview's all over him.
I echo that, because you look at Barban's numbers on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting stats. He is only 6 for 15 right now.
Wow.
And that's another missed kick off the foot of Barney on that rugby style. That's 2 in a row he has missed. It kind of popped up. And that is a really, really short kick. There's no pressure there. He just did not get a foot into it. And Pineview is going to start this drive in great field position at the 25 of the Flyers. that punt almost went that punt went for no yardage from scrimmage, Andy.
That's amazing. What are the odds? I don't know.
When's the last time you saw a punt that goes nowhere?
Maybe when there's a hurricane.
Isn't the ball the ball's spotted at the 25, and that goes out of bounds. And it's hard to see from that replay for our TV audience. And now the Panthers going to throw, and it's picked off. Bono picked off for the 3rd time tonight. And here comes, is it Matalolo or Greer?
I think it's McGivern again.
Is it Bo McGivern with the interception?
And he just, he's got a nose for the ball tonight. They ran that play quick. He's looking left all the way. The kid's open, cuts in. He was expecting him to keep going straight. That might be not all on Bunnell, as the receiver was just not in sync with where he thought he was going. And McGivern gets the 2nd pick of the game.
What a job Coach Barry's defense is doing right now. 3 takeaways, and they'll take back over. That bad kick does not hurt the Flyers. Quick throw, and it's dropped. 6 of 16 now. That one's not on the quarterback, Barban. That was right into the wickets and right through the wickets of Barney. I think Barney's a little bit, lost his focus a little bit because of the bad kick maybe there. And then he's trying to catch a laser beam, which is not easy to do, but that one's one he would tell you he should have caught. Snow Canyon has scored again at Crimson. So PAT pinning, they'll have a 28-7 lead if the kick goes through the uprights. Atlanta Fry playing well over there for the Warriors. And a swing pass is caught in the flat. And, I love this. You just drop one, and you go right back to Josh Barney, and this time he catches it and picks up 6, almost 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. I love it. That's Coach Munker saying, hey, young man, I'm going to keep going to you because I'm seeing something defensively that we can take advantage of. And you love when a coach, when you drop a pass, makes a call to go right back to him. And I'm sure there's multiple reads on that play for Barban, but Barban made the correct one, and they are going to take a timeout now and talk it over on a key 3rd down.
And, I agree with this timeout usually in a close game or whatever, but there's only 4:23 left in the second quarter. You got to put a drive together. It's been a while for Dixie since they've had a successful drive. Get this first down, run your best play. You've only got 3 yards to go. Barban's done a good job getting out of the pocket. It's just he hasn't been able to connect with receivers. We know we can run it a little bit. I don't know if they have some kind of a rollout where he has the opportunity to run or throw, but 3 yards, kind of the no man's land as far as conversions. Not sure whether to run it or pass it. They have, they've got Maycock back, and Anderson has run really physical tonight as well.
Pineview is leading 14-7 right now in the second quarter.
Say what?
First Ace Hardware scoreboard update.
They were airing it out last week, man, against Hurricane.
What do you see in this game? It's been wild so far, AT.
It has. Yeah, just back and forth turnovers. Dixie has got to, they got to figure it out here. They haven't had much success throwing the ball so far.
And here goes Barbin, looking. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left, throws it back across his body. It's caught, but it's going to be right near the sticks. Needed the 35, and I think he got the 35. Wow. It's going to be exactly a 3-yard pickup and a Flyers Fabulous Freddy's first down.
And finally, they get a conversion with him running out of the pocket. They wanted to run the out route initially to Shea Anderson, but Pineview was just squatting in his zone. The flats were covered, so great job peeling off his route, getting open and getting exactly what they needed for the Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Under 4 minutes to go, first half, tie game, 14-14. Quick pass outside, and it is incomplete. Barney couldn't make the catch there. And everybody will reset here. All knotted up. We'll be naming our Dats Trucking Player of the Game. Dats Trucking, your quality service carrier. We'll name one for each team in a Region 9 showdown. Zone read give to Avery Anderson, and he's going to pick up a couple yards, take a hit, bounce off it like a pinball, but go backwards. They're going to give him the 40 and a half yard line, so it's going to be third down and 5.5 yards to go.
And he gets his head taken off here. They go high, rip his helmet off, and keep us going. When you're small and you're going up against big guys, that probably happens more often than you want it to.
Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. We know Snow Canyon leads 28-7. We know Pineview is leading over Desert Hills 14-7. And Cedar has a lead on Hurricane right now in the other Region 9 game. We'll keep you posted. We'll go more in depth with stats and scores brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware inside our InfoWest halftime report. Quick pass out of the backfield, and he's got a little bit of running lane. Here comes Anderson, and Shea Anderson's going to take it down inside the 35. They're going to mark him out at the 31-yard line. How about that? Flyers pick up a key conversion.
And this is the easiest pass play that they've had. Just a nice little bubble screen with tons of green space. Great blocking downfield, and Marcus McKenzie finally tracks him down, but not before they get near the Team D auto red zone.
Out of the gun, Barbin wants to go a little quicker here, and they blow it dead. Man, every time they want to go quick, they get a false start, it feels like. .303 on the clock here. Tied 14-14 on our one-loss scoreboard. Glad you're tuned in on 97.7 ESPN, CEC TV, or on our live stream on our website, sportsradio977.com, the CEC YouTube page, link up with KSL and Deseret News as well. And right now, we haven't settled anything. This one looks like it's going to be a good one to the finish. Flyers on the march, late first half from the 35. It's 1st and 15. And it's going to be incomplete. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen there to Anderson, and it just never really had a chance to get going.
Yeah, it was Anderson a couple times tonight has had opportunities to break away from the line of scrimmage, but he's just been tracked down. Pretty decent job there by Pineview's Tassi Lolotai. He connected with the running back.
Did he actually reach in front and deflect it, or was he just right there it went in and out of the hands of Anderson? I couldn't tell. Barber going to throw here on 2nd down and 15. Over the middle, laser beam, and it's in and out of the hands of the Dixie receiver and then also the Pineview DB that maybe if he had a little bit more of Superman reflexes could have maybe had that Oski.
Yeah, that is another fireball from Barbin, goes through the hands. Actually not thrown that hard, but Barney could have come down with that one. I think it may have been Preston Mann who would have shut at the interception.
Kesterson will sprint out to the near sideline. They'll go trips with Shea Anderson in the slot, Avery Anderson in the backfield, and Barber's going to throw. 3rd and 15, looking, going for it all. Over the top, one-on-one coverage, and it is going to be out of the back of the end zone and about 5 yards over Greer's head, incomplete.
And we haven't seen Greer get a lot of go routes this year. Most of his catches are coming back to the ball. They wanted to hit him for a home run here, but well covered and overthrown.
And this has got to be a little nerve-wracking kick here for Barney after he's mishit a couple off the foot. And that drive, which was so promising, ends up stalling out for the Flyers. Kick, angled, and it's going to be down at the 1. No, they say he was in the end zone when he touched it. Touchback almost down into inside the 1 was the special teamer for the Flyers on that far sideline.
Yeah, Barney holds on the ball forever, so his coverage team is down there. Quick reflexes. He's laying on the goal line while he's touching it. But good effort nonetheless.
2:34 to go on our Nets on Fire clock. Coming up the half, presented by InfoWest. We'll take you around the region with scores, reaction on this game, first half analysis, statistics, highlights for our TV audience. And Bunnell going to go down the field. He's going to take a shot, and it's incomplete. It looked like McKenzie had a shot to grab it, and it goes through the hands, maybe just off his fingertips.
He put it on the afterburners to track it down. This was a great throw by Bunnell to give him a chance. Steps up in the pocket and launches it, and McKenzie almost just off his fingernails.
And he didn't Ted Ginn that. He had his arms fully extended there. It was just maybe an inch or two too far out in front of him, which is hard to do. It's hard to overthrow the speed of Marcus McKenzie. So second down and 10, 2:26 to go in the first half. We are tied 14-14 between two crosstown rivals. Dixie's had a 14-0 lead. Panthers have answered with 14 of their own to tie it. And that is a hard-nosed run by Ryan Jordan, and a flag comes in at the end of the run.
Yeah, it looks like they might get Dixie for, I don't know, tackle him up around the neck. We'll see here for our TV audience on the replay. Gaps filled really well by Aldridge, and the Dixie Flyer grabs him around the head there and whips him down.
Personal foul on the face mask. And that's going to give Panthers plenty of time still, and now the ball will be spotted at the 42, their own 42. And first and 10. Braden Bunnell, senior quarterback. Handoff goes to Jordan. Jordan's got a little crease across midfield, diving down to the 45 of the Flyers. And that is a 13-yard run by Ryan Jordan.
Who does he look like? He looks like somebody with me running in the ball. It's Gerhardt, the old Stanford running back from about 5 years ago. Doesn't that?
It's a good analogy.
Way he fires through the hole there.
Good analogy. I like that comparison. First and 10 Panthers. Handoff again. It's Ryan Jordan. And jumping on his back and going for a little ride was number 18, McCade Fielding, coming over from his defensive end position to make the stop. But Pineview's getting chunks right now on the ground.
Yeah, keep it rolling. It's so nice to have Jordan and Takao back in the lineup. And they do, they run it so hard, and they're big and strong kids. And we'll see if they take a shot here on second and short.
Minute 24 and ticking, and now the flags will stop the clock, and it's going to be a false start on Pineview. Crimson Cliffs has scored again and cut that Snow Canyon lead in half right before the half on your Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 scoreboard. It's 28-13, but the PAT is pending. So it'll be second down and about 7. That's a spot Ryan Jordan got was about a 9-yard run, and then they'll back up the 5-yard penalty. And they'll give it to Takao. Enoch stops, now starts again, and tackle made after about a pickup of 4.
And the clock's ticking. Hey, now it's stopped.
Yep.
But a key third down here for Pineview after they call a timeout.
Timeout's brought to you by the Scott Gibson team, Intercap Lending. They don't match their rates or fees. Rates are low. Great time to do cash out refi and maybe do some home improvements right now. Or if you just want a lower interest rate, you need to call the Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending. They'll give you a no-obligation free quote to see how much they can save you today. Call or text 435-619-8080. Also appreciate Intermountain Sports Medicine. Of course, they provide the athletic trainers for our Region 9 schools. Dixie's Mike Tolman and Pineview's Michelle Hudson. Long time, great trainers doing some good work.
Yeah, I think if Dixie goes into the locker room tied 14-14, that's a huge win. And we know Coach Monkers is one of the best adjustment coaches around as far as coming out with something new for the second half. It all starts with getting a key stop here on third down and maybe fourth down, depending on what happens.
If you're just tuning in, Flyers got an interception and then scored on an Alex Maycock touchdown run. Another interception and then scored on was it Anderson run, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Pineview in the second quarter, Christian Bailey making some good plays. Moten made a play. And now the handoff up the middle. Ryan Jordan churning and burning and pumping the legs down to the 31. And that's a fabulous Freddy's first down.
And it's got to feel good on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. You can just hand it to Jordan. You get good blocks, and he's going to run through a couple Flyers for an easy first down.
43 and ticking on our Nets on Fire clock. Late second quarter, tie game. Bunnell checks off. Maybe changing the play or the count here. He moves Jordan to the right side. And he's going to run it again. And Jordan's going to push and pick up a couple more on first down, another 4-yard gain. And now the Panthers probably burn another timeout. They do. Another Intercap lending timeout.
Yeah, eventually they're going to, if they want to get 6, they're probably going to have to let it loose, let Bunnell throw again. He's been crossed up. That last time with his receiver threw a pick where they weren't in sync. He's thrown 2 other picks already in the first half. For a total of 3, so they're trying to keep it confined, trying to run it in, but unless they want to kick a field goal, they might need to allow him to try to make a play here.
Does this drive feel too slow for you, too conservative, or is it more like, hey, we know what we can do, we know what plays we can run, and we don't want to leave any time for Bronson Barber and Dixie to have?
Yeah, I think it's partially that. I'm kind of surprised at this point with 25 seconds and you're still outside the 25-yard line that you're not throwing the ball. You know, they're so explosive. They know, you know, they got a 50-50 shot each time they throw it down the field that it'll go for 6. We'll see what they've got drawn up here on second down.
Bunnell ready to go back to work. 25 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter, tied at 14. Bunnell going to throw over the middle, caught, and turning upfield and taking it down inside the 15-yard line. Beautiful timed throw, coming back to make that catch in a tight window. Look at the accuracy from Bunnell.
Yeah, excellent job to get the first down. The clock is rolling at 10 seconds.
That was McKenzie, I believe, on that catch. Hard to see these numbers. And now Ryan Jordan, swing pass, and he's going to get out of bounds. Smart play, well designed, and that'll stop the clock with 3 seconds. And now you got to probably kick the field goal if you want the points. Yeah, you're in a great position to go to one play, but here comes the field goal unit.
And once again, you put yourself in a position by, like you were saying, kind of being slow and conservative to where now you got 1 play left and you're in a great position to score a touchdown, but you got to settle for the field goal.
Anthony Fausto on to kick it. I think McKenzie's the holder. And here we go. It's not McKenzie. I'm sorry, that's number 10, the holder. 10 Clark. It's going to be a 25-yard chip shot field goal from the left hash, and it is up, and it is no good. It missed just wide left. And we are at the half on the one-loss scoreboard. We're tied. Pineview 14, Dixie 14 here on CEC TV and 97.7 ESPN.
Yeah, tough way to end a very promising drive. They were methodical. They took a ton of time off the clock, and missing that field goal. They've been pretty good on field goals and PATs all year long, and now the battle of the brains going into the locker room. You got Hosner and Croton drawing something up. You got Monkers, Barry drawing something up to make some second-half adjustments. So I'm excited to see what those are because both teams playing pretty well so far. I mean, there's been some flags. Obviously, Pineview has been devastated by turnovers, 3 interceptions, had a fumble that nearly was grabbed by Dixie. So they got a lot to clean up, but overall, a pretty exciting game so far.
All right, let's take a look at our first half highlights here tonight as we are tied, as both teams are going to go talk things over, and it was all Panthers on this first play. Trickeration, it works great. They throw the double pass there to Christian Bailey. But then Mr. Bunnell taking a shot over the middle, and it was intercepted by Bo McGivern.
Yeah, it was just one of these things where he threw it a little too early, and he's had a little bit of trouble getting in sync with Dom McKenzie all night tonight. Then a deep throw. What a catch by Kesterson. There were 3 or 4 awesome receptions by both teams in that first half. Kesterson in traffic on a beautiful throw by Barbin.
And Barbin's going to go back to work. Look at the time, and then over the top, he's going to find his man, and actually towards the sideline, it's Easton Ellett. Toes in, and that sets up the first points of the night. Alex Maycock, he's back. 1-yard touchdown run. Flyers led 7-0.
And we see Bunnell again dropping back, throwing it over the middle. Great job by Carson Greer going up and snagging it in traffic against Preston Mann for the INT.
Spectacular pick by Carson Greer. You got to love how he tacked that football. And then up top, look at this. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. How about Shea Anderson?
That was tremendous. And another catch in traffic. He shows off his hops, and then Avery Anderson gets the handoff to finish it off.
Yeah, brother setting up the other brother for the score. And then Bunnell, though, hey, short-term memory loss, going to trust in Christian Bailey, and Christian Bailey's going to make that play. And that was good coverage by Montalolo.
Excellent job. And then Takao, it was a lot of Takao and Ryan Jordan, little spin move tackled by Bo McGivern at the legs. And then a little out route to Moten, who makes the yards after the catch, fights for it, dives over and barely gets in. Great effort by Moten.
Look at Shaw all fired up with his teammates scoring that one. And then again, a little miscommunication on the route there. Not sure what happened. And for the third time in the half, they get an interception. Dixie's defense coming up with 3 takeaways as the Jetettes just putting on a show. Got done here. The state champ, defending state champ, Dixie Jetettes drill team. And we are at the half, 14-14. Well, every week since region play began, and you've had the pleasure of scouring Region 9 and getting the top 9 plays of the week. And it's sometimes difficult to do. Sometimes we miss them, but we look at all sports. And if you missed earlier this week, the Region 9 Rush Highlight Show, top 9 plays of the week, we've got them for you right now at the half. We're tied 14-14 inside our InfoWest halftime show.
It's the ESPN 97.7 Region 9 Rush. I'm Andy, and we're ready to rush best 9 plays from Region 9 this week. Number 9, Julia Jacobson with the ace Bartolo Colon sinker, unreturnable. She gets the point. What a year they're having. Number 2, Luke Wright, Hurricane, AKA the Tiger King, 76 yards. This kid has had a tremendous year for Coach Skylar Miller and Hurricane this season. Here's Devin Dixon.
And they're going to throw. Bunnell looking outside, and he's going to be almost intercepted, and it is tipped and intercepted. And here comes Will Warner, and he could go to the 30, the 20, the 10, and touchdown on the pick 6. Will Warner on the old tip.
What a game that was on Friday night. Play number 6, Mr. Poppy.
Fanáticos de fútbol, los Tigres de Huracán contra Canyon View. Olivia Stevens alcanza el balón y lo patea muy fuerte y pasa al portero. ¡Gol!
Play number 5, Snow Canyon's punting. Hosner sends both McKenzies from both edges. The punter seeing double. They get the block. That play changed the game. Dominic McKenzie, Special Teams Player of the Year. Here's Devin again.
Ability to get downfield that has kept the Warriors tightly contested here.
Yeah, Landon Priority, 6 carries. That was his 7. Now he's going to throw into the end zone, and it is going to be touchdown Warriors. What a catch by Jake Hill. Are you kidding me?
Play number 3, Andy Griffin, Cedar Desert Hills.
I'm just kind of glancing over that Pineview game. They're playing a little pitch and catch for Snow Canyon. Meanwhile, they throw a deep ball, and it is caught. What a catch on the right side.
Play number 2, Canyon View. How about Jake to Jake? Jake Garrett going deep to Jake Tom. Full extension. Looks like a young Larry Fitzgerald. Touchdown Falcons. This game was a shootout. We go to play number 1. How about this one? Jack Reeve, Carter Ashby, heave it all the way down the left sideline. 50-50 ball. Carter Ashby, what a stud. Hurricane wins the ball game.
There you have it, the top 9 plays of the week. We love our Region 9 Rush Highlight Show, and appreciate Gallion Welker and Reach Higher Athletics for bringing you the top 9 plays here inside our InfoWest halftime show. InfoWest, truly the internet people, lightning fast, high-speed internet, telephone service, web design, tech support if you ever need it, which is very rarely. Learn more at InfoWest.com. Both teams making the adjustments. We'll go back and revisit our keys to game and talk about what teams need to do a little bit differently in the second half from our estimation. But really, defense kind of stepped up early for Dixie. 3 turnovers. And then Pineview's defense kept stepping up, even though they were down, got the team some good field position, aided by a couple of bad kicks. The one kick didn't hurt Dixie, Andy, but field position was on the side of Pineview there in that second quarter.
Yeah. Pineview had a lot of opportunities. And just, that I keep going back to that last drive. I felt like they're so gun-shy with Bunnell because of his 3 picks. They don't want to put him in a position to throw another one, but they essentially ran out the clock. And then when you miss the bunny kick, it puts you in a position to be tied going into the locker room. As far as adjustments, I think that Pineview has got to, tonight's not Bunnell's night. That's clear. You got to rely on Ryan Jordan, Enoch Takau. You got 2 of the strongest backs. I know you want to use both of them on defense as well, so you got to kind of manage that situation. But this is a big game. You're alone right now, top Region 9 for the Region 9 title. And I think you've got to allow your horses to run the ball a lot more in the second half.
Let's check the stats here inside our InfoWest halftime report, brought to you by Wilkinson's Lights, Fans, Home Decor. They've got home decor, exterior lights, interior lights, ceiling fans, and so much more. Go check it out. Contractors, homeowners, welcome, and all shop at Wilkinson's over there next to Fiesta Fun, just off Main Street in St. George. 9 of 24, the numbers for Barbin in the first half. They had 6 possession. Both their touchdowns came on touchdown runs. We saw that in their highlights. Maycock had 1. Avery Anderson had another one. Maycock back, Andy, 30 yards rushing. Avery Anderson had 37 yards rushing. Shea Anderson, leading receiver for the Flyers, 63 yards through the air. And Carson Greer had 34 yards through the air. What stood out at you offensively there for Dixie when I read you the stats?
Just that Barbin's completion percentage is super low. We got 2 of the best quarterbacks, I think, in Region 9. Neither of them having a great night so far. I think they're poised to rebound and probably have a great second half. But for Barbin to have single-digit completions and throwing it 24, 25 times in the first half, and then on the other side, Bunnell with the 3 picks, neither of them have been able to get into a rhythm, have a sustained drive where they have 6 or 7 completions on one drive. There's been interceptions. There's been miscues throwing the ball. And so it's just been kind of one of those games for the quarterbacks. And when that happens, you got to kind of rely on the running game. And Pineview has definitely more depth at that position than Dixie, even with Maycock back.
Look at the Wilkinson stats for the Pineview Panthers. Bunnell goes, I think it was 7 for 14. The key thing is the 3 interceptions there. They also, just like Dixie, had 6 possession. Both of the Dixie touchdowns came on runs. Meanwhile, both the touchdowns for Pineview came through the air. Christian Bailey and then Tyson Moten with the second one. But had a chance to take the lead there, but missed that 35-yard field goal. It's kind of tough for those kickers when you get on that left hash.
Yeah.
A little different angle, and you're a little bit closer. It's not a chip shot, but 35-yarder. You do have to kind of line that up, and he pulled it just barely to the left side, or Pineview might have had the lead at the half. Instead, it's no good. And, it's interesting because you look at last week, and, we could have been talking about Pineview maybe on the short end of the stick, but they had a 47-yard field goal, just come up a little bit short. Snow Canyon tried to kick it from 47 to win the game, and it was no good. I mean, you never want to undervalue the kicking game, right? All 3 phases are so important, but special teams can be so big in tight games.
Yeah, and that's a good call. I think, you might be foreshadowing some key plays in the second half because Pineview, I mean, how good have they been on special teams, returning kicks for touchdowns, whether it's Preston Mann or Dominic McKenzie, blocking punts like Dominic McKenzie. Last week, their kicking game has been solid. Obviously, that wasn't the case in the last kick to close out the half. But I agree. I think in a close game like this, where it's semi-ugly in the passing game, special teams, there's going to be a key play in the second half.
We've got lots more to get ready for the second half kickoff. About 4 minutes away from the second half action. We are tied 14-14. This is the InfoWest halftime report. Appreciate the internet people at InfoWest. Let's do this. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll talk second half adjustments a little bit more in depth. You're listening to High School Football, CEC TV, ESPN 97.7.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. You ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
Hi. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah?
That one day at PE when they were yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much that helped me because I finally knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson inside our InfoWest halftime report. Let's get you our Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 scoreboard. Last report we had, Andy, was Pineview was leading Desert Hills 14-7. And our man Jace, who's our guest extraordinaire predictor that we do on our pregame show, I was throwing a little shade. I was like, yeah, that's a good Desert Hills defense, and he was bold with that Pineview pick. And right now, I think about the halftime, it is 14-7. We're checking that. Yeah, still 14-7 at the half. So Desert Hills trailing at Pineview. Cedar is got an unbelievable performance going right now, and they're taking no prisoners. They're up 42-0 over Hurricane.
Wow.
42-0 over Hurricane right now. At that, they have a couple of defensive touchdowns. They are absolutely laying it on there. And then the other game tonight is just into the third quarter almost, not quite. They're still inside the halftime, and it's Snow Canyon, who is really banged up. They've got a lot of guys not playing tonight. Notable guys, Bretton Stone, Matt Hickman, Logan Mendenhall. But they are still winning by 14 on Crimson Cliffs, 28-14 Warriors.
Yeah, I'm surprised by a few of those scores. Obviously, Canyon View playing so well against Desert Hills. I would think that Snow Canyon, Crimson, it's a two-score game right now. I know that Snow Canyon's dealing with a lot of injuries. Obviously here, 14-14 in a game that people thought Pineview would be leading probably at this point. So we got some some ball games, Devin, on a Friday night again after coming off last week where almost every game was close.
Yeah, let's talk second half adjustments. Let's start with Pineview. First of all, what do they got? Obviously, the turnovers hurt them, but you can't tell your gunslinger to stop, shooting the shots.
Yeah, if they're going to win this game, he's going to have to make throws. You got two really good running backs, but I don't think they're going to be able to carry you all by themselves. Get him some easy throws. Throwing it down the middle with those ball hawking safeties hasn't worked very well. Maybe try to get the ball to your athletes on the edges, whether it's Dominic McKenzie or Preston Mann or whoever. The screen game, we haven't seen a lot of that. I don't know if those are things they're going to do, but we haven't seen a lot of success for Bunnell throwing it against this defensive secondary of Dixie, who's been stellar all game long. And the other adjustment is obviously to Cow and Jordan have got to just be workhorses this second half. This is going to be a brawl. It always is. Even in a year where Pineview's picked to win the game and it shouldn't be that close, Dixie's going to brawl, and Pineview's got to be physical and be able to run the ball.
Bailey had 2 receptions. One was that trick play for 32 yards. The other was the 15-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So his 2 catches have both been big.
Yeah.
McKenzie had 42 receiving yards. How do they get him the ball a little bit more in the second half?
Yeah, he's been relatively quiet the last 2 weeks. I mean, against Crimson Cliffs, he was held down a little bit. Last week he was held, relative to what he normally does, below 100 yards. And so far Dixie's been doing an okay job as well.
Kickoff into the end zone, and it is going to be a touchback. People that have listened to me call games forever know that I don't love that rule, but at the same time, safety element there, and I don't think they're going to change it anytime soon. I'd rather have a shot clock in high school girls and boys basketball
100%.
than be able to return that kick.
Yeah.
But I love the kickoff return. It's
Yeah.
an exciting play.
Yeah, and it's taken away probably 70% of the time or more because of where they're kicking from, and we've seen a lot of touchbacks tonight. And we got Pineview out on the field ready to go here on the 20-yard line.
And Bunnell out of the gun to Cow. Not in the pistol. He's sidecar to his right, about 3 yards to the right. He's going to run the fake, play action, throw to McKenzie, and the hit comes from Bo McGivern, and the ball pops out of the hands of Dominic McKenzie.
I love that play call on first down. They'll give him a little against the cover 2, let him throw that post route. He reads it really well, delivers it well, but Bo McGivern just puts a shoulder into the receiver and knocks it out.
He's having a game.
Yeah.
2 interceptions tonight. Out of the 3 right there for the Flyers, Bo McGivern. And again, they're without one of their best safeties, Hunter Knighton, who's injured. And a run off left tackle, and he's going to fight for about 3 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, Takao battles after contact to keep going, but he just gets tangled up. Good job by Dixie tracking him down, going low, grabbing him from behind to make it 3rd and a decent amount here for Pineview.
2-by-2 set. Takao flares out of the backfield, stepping up with the pocket Bunnell, and he is going to be dropped. He gets grabbed, and then Allo comes in, finishes him off, and then a flag flies in, and Bunnell comes up a little bit ginger on that right foot.
And McCade Fielding makes a heck of a play while getting blocked to reach his arm in to slow down Bunnell. I wouldn't be surprised if they get Dixie for excessive, unnecessary roughness.
They called it on McCade Fielding. Wasn't he the one down low making the tackle?
Huh. I didn't think they would call that on Fielding. I thought it was the guy who came in and
that was
suplexed
on
him.
Allo, but I mean, he was still fighting for yards
Yeah.
at that point in time, and I don't know.
It was physical, but not. He was pulling him back.
We'll have to look at that one more time. So Fielding comes in and
grabs him right there.
He's just holding on. He doesn't know Honor's making the tackle up top. We did see that in the
maybe they were saying he was holding his leg and twisting it or something. I don't know.
Well, I saw that
because it came late.
I saw that against Chris Carson 2 weeks ago in the NFL, the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys game, where he rolled and then twisted.
Yeah.
And they didn't flag the play, but they did fine that NFL player.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the NFL, but maybe that's a similar play is, I guess, my point. First down, run up the middle, picks up 4. 2nd down and 6. After the penalty and that 4-yard gain, Panthers at their own 40. We're tied, and we are 2.5 minutes into the second half. Third quarter play-by-play brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Great rates, on your auto, home, and life. McCade Fielding puts pressure on and almost intercepted. It was just Bunnell trying to get rid of it, and it looked like Trevin Aldridge was the nearest guy that had a chance to catch that pass.
Awesome job by Fielding. Two great plays on this drive, putting pressure on Bunnell, who hasn't really been bothered too much this game, as a Panther player still remains on the turf.
I think McCade Fielding is upset that he got that penalty. He was shot off the edge, and nobody was going to deny him getting to Bunnell, and Bunnell did a good job just to get rid of it. Fortunately for him, he threw it wide enough to the sideline that it was incomplete. Injury timeout on the field. Intermountain Sports Medicine taking a look. Michelle Hudson and the staff. Of course, you got Dr. Grames, Dr. Millward. If you have any sports injuries, go see Intermountain Sports Medicine. Thank you for your continued support of Region 9 football here on ESPN 97.7. They're about to kick off over at Crimson Cliffs. Warriors lead 28-14. They're into the third quarter. Pineview leading Desert Hills 14-7, and Cedar is laying it on Hurricane 42-0. I can't tell who's hurt. Can you?
No, I'm trying to spot it here.
It's one of the linemen that got tangled up, but I can't see the number. And they're testing out a knee. Let's take a shot at the replay here. See if we can see where the injury comes. The pressure comes from Fielding. I don't see anything there. They've got him up, and they're going to help him off. And it's the big left tackle, Falanico. And he's braced up, and that knee is. See if he must have got rolled up from the backside. He's all the way your left tackle, right near the quarterback, and there it is. I see it now. I was looking too far forward the first time. He gets rolled up on. That's what your worst nightmare as an offensive lineman. Backside, buckles that knee, and then it gets trapped. So hope he's okay. He has a bright, bright future. Who did I see the other day that offered him? It was Fresno State just extended an offer to Peter Falanico. There's a pass and a catch. And nice job there by Moten. Tyson Moten going to go and run a little chair route, sit down. He slips a little bit, brings it in. 1st and 10 Panthers. Tonight's game brought to you by San Hollow. 27 championship holes. Get your tee time, 656 golf. Handoff to Cal. Hit comes. Honor Allo with the play. You know, Honor and Enoch have probably been doing this against each other for a while. How about that?
Absolutely. Coming off that right edge.
Top play nominee there, Andy?
Absolutely. Big hit.
9:30 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 14. It was interesting. Last week, Pineview and Socan put up so many points in the first half, tied at 28, and then the second half defenses took over. A little lower scoring first half. We'll see if the offenses can get going. Over the middle, yes, sir, Marcus McKenzie. Is anybody going to catch him? 10-5, no way. Touchdown, Pineview.
Finally, he gets open down the middle. Beautiful delivered ball, and as soon as he catches it, you know that he's gone. As McKenzie started a little slow in the first half, but that's going to put him right about to where he needs to be at his averages. Straight drop back from Bunnell.
This
in the face of pressure on that left side.
Gamble in front of the pass, and then nobody behind you. Too high safety look. This kid's special.
Yeah, great throw.
Dominic McKenzie is special. Here is the Simply Wisdom Teeth extra point try from Anthony Fausto. And the hole was a little low, and it's blocked. It was low, and was that Fielding that got in there?
I think it was Washington.
Kiki Washington. And that makes it 20-14.
Yeah, it's a block kick, and Monkers is saying that's a live ball. We should be able to return that.
And he's going to go ahead and take it. McCabe Fielding's smart.
The refs, blew it dead.
It's extra point tries are dead in high school. It's not college and NFL rules. It was from that left side. Kiki Washington. We'll take the break. 20-14. Pineview leads over Dixie on the one-loss scoreboard.
It's not something we think about much. Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Back live, Dixie High School, Sullivan Homes, game of the week. Hey, we are closing in on our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. Now with Pineview leading 20-14. If either team scores over 25, everybody gets to go to Yogurtland after the game tonight. Holbrook Asphalt's paying for it. First 5 ounces, Andy, of your favorite yogurt are FREE free for you, your family, everybody in your party. Just tell them I was at the Dixie Pineview game and went over 25 points and ask for it at checkout, and they will take care of it.
Dixie's got to make a move here. It's been since the first quarter that they were able to move the ball successfully for touchdowns, and we'll see if see what adjustments, I guess, Coach Monkers has made after halftime.
Well, and it's the big play, right? You know, your defense was doing, and we just saw that big hit. They were bottling up the run. They were putting pressure on Bunnell.
Yeah.
He was a little shook up, and then, boom, you get it to McKenzie, off to the races he goes. They'll play action, and they'll throw it, and it's going to be, what, an 11-yard gain? Take right at the sticks, first down.
And we see that RPO once again. This is the hardest ball he's thrown all night, and Barney does a good job just getting his body in front of it. They always say catch it with your hands, but when it's coming that hot, you want to have a backstop, and Barney did a good job.
The play fake almost sold me. I thought for a second Avery Anderson took it on the give. And now a run. This one is given to Avery Anderson, and he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3. We'll give him 3. 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. Avery, for a little guy, runs hard. He hits the hole really quick.
Yeah. It's funny, we against Snow Canyon, Dixie barely ran any just straight handoffs. It was all draws and delayed stuff, but they're still trying to get yards on the ground the old-fashioned way.
RPO again. Barban rips it out of the belly, goes up top, and tangled up. Barney wants a flag, and there's nothing.
I mean, he was a mile away from the ball. There shouldn't be a flag there. He wasn't even throwing to Barney. And I think it was another miscommunication on a route here.
It's a wheel route. And Barney, did get a little bump, but I think he tried to sell it there maybe.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. He was thrown to the wheel. He was just so far ahead of it, I thought he was thrown to the wrong guy.
3rd and 7 for the Flyers. Tension building here in the third quarter. Pineview leads by 6. Bunnell just hit McKenzie to take the lead. The PAT was blocked, and they convert. Ooh. Pass over the middle to Barney. Barney trying to get some yak yards, goes into Panther territory down to the 47.
Wow. Put his foot in the ground, stopped on a dime. Nice agility from Josh Barney. And once again, turning it loose is Barban in the pocket. Fastball right over the middle. Nice little spin move. And then cuts past, dodges 2 guys. Excellent play by Josh Barney.
Barney's had some highs. He's had some lows in this game, but he keeps fighting.
Yeah.
Low snap, but they give it to Anderson. And Avery's going to spin, but not break away from Rick Maui. Maui just too strong there. And they'll give him forward momentum of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, pretty good job by Pineview to have gap control on the line of scrimmage. And once Maui grabs his jersey, he ain't going anywhere.
2nd down for the Flyers. They're going a little slower pace here. Barban out of the gun. Maycock, he must be on a little bit of pitch count. They're using him kind of sparingly, but he's back in right now. Going to throw outside, and it is a high catch grabbed by Greer, and Greer goes to the boundary out of bounds, and it's a nice gain of about 7. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
And I like that.
Check that, 3rd and about 3. They marked him out at the 40.
I like that route to Greer where he's coming back and is able to create some space on the outside. He's so good coming back to the football. They've been trying to go deep to him a couple times, but he's great at being athletic and being aggressive, attacking the football.
Man in motion. It's going to be a give. And it is Barney, and Barney's going to get a couple of yards right near the chains before he's driven back. And I think he's going to be really close to the first down, maybe just shy.
Yeah, he tried to dip it outside. He should have just kept going full speed ahead up the middle. Instead, he retreats and creates a 4th down.
Reminds me of the one time I was playing semi-pro football on this field, and I had Misi Tupe and a bunch of guys lead blocking, and I, too, made the wrong cut. That was many moons ago.
We need to find that footage.
Oh, boy. I think I do have it. It always pops up once in a while on my Facebook feed. Somebody tagged me in it once upon a time. It's dreadful. 2-yard gain, though. I didn't fumble. Handoff, 4th down, big play here. And it's going to be right to the sticks. It depends on the spot. I don't know. What a play defensively. They're going to have to come over and take a look. Head referee looks all the way across from the Dixie sideline to where the chain gang is on the Pineview sideline. Both teams are saying we got it, and now they're going to call for the measurement. I love the measurement. Get us sticks out on the field. This game is close. It's 4th down. It's either going to be he tripped up. He falls forward, and they're going to spot him at the 30. They got to get to 37. And it just depends on this mark. We're kind of blocked here. They're going to measure it where they mark it on this near sideline. Everybody's crowded around, and Pineview is held. Turnover on downs. Panthers get the turnover on downs. What a big play for this Panther defense. They're celebrating, racing off the field. They've got the 6-point lead, and their offense back out there with 5:42 to go on the Nets on Fire clock, 3rd quarter. Keep it right here. We changed possessions. How big was that? Coming up at the conclusion, we'll have our Johnson Pediatrics post-game report. We'll name our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, as well as our Dad's Trucking Player of the Game. And we'll tell you if we can send you to Holbrook Asphalt's Big Score dessert tonight at Yogurtland. Keep tuned in. Handoff and the run, picking his way patiently right up the middle. Enoch Takau is going to pick up about 5. Flyer crowd trying to make a little bit of noise. 2nd down and 5 from the 42. Pineview 2-by-1. They got that halfback behind their left tackle. And the Flyers are going to blitz. 1-on-1 outside, and it is incomplete. Trying to find McKenzie, I think, or Preston Mann it was, on a corner route, and just about made that connection. That ball hung in the air a long time and just through the fingertips. Greer was in coverage, trailing the play. Hearst Ace Hardware update. Snow Canyon still leads, but it's 28-17 now, 8:36 in the 3rd quarter. Crimson Cliffs has added a field goal. So, out of the gun. They'll move to Cow to the left. And a handoff is given it to Cow, and Cow is hit. It doesn't matter. He still falls forward 5, 6, 7, 8 yards after contact. And that's a huge Fabulous Freddy's first down. Great job there by Takao. McCade Fielding. McCade Fielding playing hard tonight. Comes from the left DN position and makes that tackle. It's a 10-yard gain. And fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Takao again. And it's going to be a gain of almost 4. Down to the 45. 2nd down and 6. And Honor Allo comes in from the right side defensive end position to make a tackle. They got Kiki Washington over there on McKenzie on the single receiver side, and there's movement down in the trenches. And it's going to be offsides on Dixie. They say the Flyers jump in the neutral zone there and blow that play dead. I wonder if that was Allegra Gomez that one. I think it was 2 Flyers actually that jumped in the middle. So 2nd down and 1. 4-yard gain, 5-yard penalty. And Ryan Jordan is in the backfield. He'll switch to the right side. Bunnell, ready, has the snap. Straight give to Jordan. Jordan, 1st down and more. Gliding and then high stepping through traffic, has it down to the 35 of Dixie.
Been impressed with Jordan tonight, just running through tackles. You got to get 2, 3, 4 hats on him to slow him down.
Panthers up 20-14, working on a little clock here, late 3rd quarter. Bunnell started to go ready. Now looks over to offensive coordinator Gary Croton, who's standing on the boundary, hand signaling in the play. Bunnell has the snap, looking left, now going left, over the top, one-on-one, McKenzie and Kiki Washington locked in a battle. It's caught, but is he in bounds? Officials racing down, and they say, catch at the 1! Catch at the 1 by Marcus McKenzie, or Dominic McKenzie, excuse me.
How did he catch that ball? Keelan Washington actually does a really good job on recovery. This ball's up in the air forever. He doesn't turn his head, but at least he gets in his way, but doesn't matter. McKenzie somehow keeps the flight of the ball in his eye and is able to make an amazing catch.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun. And it looked like the foot came down right and almost kicked into the pylon from that replay shot. Official had to go a long way to spot it. Gave him the catch. Play action, throw. And McKenzie, the intended receiver, but it's incomplete. McGivern in coverage.
Yeah, curious. I think it was a true run pass opportunity there, and he just decided to throw it.
Christian Bailey, the outside slant receiver, was actually pretty open, but Bunnell wanted to find McKenzie. Second down and goal. Exactly 3 minutes. Trips to the wide side. Handoff up the middle, and it is, I believe, going to be closed. No signal yet, and they're going to say he's down, and the ball came out. Flyers are pointing at it.
Wow.
And Jordan saying, wait a minute, that's a touchdown. Ryan Jordan, let's take a look. Does the ball come out early? He looks like he's stretching. And then you can see, we can't tell from that angle what happened.
We can't see the ball. We just see a bunch of Dixie Flyers react. And Keelan Washington comes up with it in the end zone. Looks like it's gonna be a touchback.
That is the 4th turnover of the night. And it looks like you're gonna go up 2 scores. Pineview, their largest lead is what it is right now. It's 6. Dixie led in this game early, 14-0, and we stay 20-14. Bronson Barber and the Flyers. What about the momentum swing of that play? Holy smokes. Barber under pressure. Probably a hold, no call. Barber's going to roll and throw an incompletion. Looked like one of the Pineview players got twisted sideways as he was into pursuit.
Yeah, good job pinching the rusher there, and Barbin has been running out of the pocket a lot tonight. Hasn't had a ton of success finding receivers. Break open.
Yeah, at the half, I think it was 6 out of 15 on our Wilkinson stats. Barber going to go back up top, though. Pass caught. And it's Anderson out of the backfield, and it's going to be a nice pickup of about 7, maybe 8.
And I like having the slot come underneath, or this time the running back, and throw some of the underneath stuff, whether it's to Avery or Shea. As not a lot of stuff over the top has been open tonight. Credit Pineview.
7-yard pickup, so 3rd down and 3 for the Dixie offense. 2:08 and ticking left 3rd quarter. Pineview on top, 20-14 on our one-loss scoreboard here in our Sullivan Homes Game of the Week. Barban looking, checks off, spins around, evades a would-be sack, now rolls right, gonna run. He runs into his own guy, and he's gonna be taken down, and he's gonna lose yardage.
Pineview secondary is doing a tremendous job once again back there at safety. Dylan Becker taking away anything deep, and Barban's running for his life, tries to make a play, but like you said, runs into a blue wall here, his own guy, and that stops all momentum.
And punt unit on, and it's been a little bit of an adventure for the Flyers tonight. Had a punt that went for no yards. Had another one that was about a net 20-yard kick, and it's a high snap. Barney, though, gets a rugby-style kick, and this is a good one. Drives him back, and it goes angled on the boundary. It's going to stay in bounds and roll down inside the 20. Best kick of the night for Josh Barney, who's had a couple of bad ones. That one was really good. They flipped the field position, if nothing else, but the fumble recovered in the end zone keeps this game at one possession. And Easton Ellett was not on that possession, and he does not have his helmet. I'm watching him on the Dixie sideline, and he's kind of messing around with his knee. He's standing, but no helmet, and I don't remember Ellett being in on that series whatsoever. So he might be questionable to return. You know, Dixie was snake bit by the injuries early in the season. Hunter Knighton, Alex Maycock, among many, hurt. Maycock's back tonight. Hunter got re-injured. And there's a catch by the Panthers, and that's a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Bunnell starting to heat it up. Deep out route, caught out to the 38.
Yeah, starting to feel it. Throw after throw, or at least his last 3 or 4 throws, been in sync right at the sideline. And Preston Mann comes down with it.
With an 18-yard grab. He makes that look so smooth.
Yeah.
He's been quiet tonight. But a big catch there. Bunnell out of the gun. 2-by-2. Looking over the middle in a tight window, and it's in and out of the hands, I believe, of Moten. Incomplete.
Yeah, he fitted in pretty well there in the zone coverage. There were 3 Flyers around the ball, but they were able to break it up in the pocket, threw it a little bit high. Moten just took his eyes off it. He should have came down with that one. After he made initial contact with his hands, he was bracing himself for contact and let go of the ball.
McKenzie and Washington locked on the near sideline, but instead a handoff to Takao, and Takao's going to gain 2. Third down and 8 for the Panthers. 20-14, with just 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Trips to the near sideline, empty. Twins to the far sideline. Flyers. Panthers, here we go. Quick pass, one-on-one, it's caught by Bailey. Christian Bailey takes it down to the Flyer 35 on 3rd and 8.
And that is devastating, backbreaking for Dixie. Matalolo is saying, I had to hesitate because they ran a little hitch on the far side.
20.
And the kid was wide open for Bailey.
25-yard gain, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Well, what a game we've got brewing. We go to quarter number 4, 2014. Panthers with possession, up by 6 when we come back on your Region 9 network.
All right, Lawrence, bring it in.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pancake McKeever.
Okay.
You go to the right hard.
Go to the right.
Full speed.
Yes, full speed.
Don't go full speed in rehearsal.
Yes.
Our ratings are never going to go up.
Okay, let's put these little babies to bed.
Ready? Break. Hey, Brent, when we're done, you can go back to playing Pokemon with those nerds you hang out with at Snow Canyon.
Ha ha ha, ha ha. Ready. Down. Hot, hot.
Oh.
We're back live, and Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson with you. We go to the fourth quarter, and correction, I did not know this, but I wanted to correct myself. Kaz Satika is now the Intermountain Sports Medicine trainer for Pineview. Kaz doing a great job tonight. Appreciate Intermountain Sports Medicine. Trips to the far side, ball on the left hash. Panthers going from right to left now to start the fourth quarter. Now they'll put Jordan back into the backfield. Bunnell gonna give it to Jordan. Jordan gonna bounce it, and he's gonna try to run a little east-west, and the ball comes out. Fumble, dog pile, who has it? And I think the Panthers got back on top of it.
Jordan, a couple of times tonight.
You know, he hasn't ran it a lot this year. He's played mainly defensively. Had that fumble on the last drive in the goal line.
And he's throwing stiff arms. He's doing everything. But when you're kind of tangled up with somebody, you got to try to protect it a little bit better. And a 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Was that number 20 Carson Greer that came in last, and I think someone that dislodged it, but I didn't see who recovered it. Pineview, though, 2nd down and 10. They landed on it right on the line of scrimmage. Bunnell going to throw. Steps up in the pocket, shovel pass, incomplete. Last second, try to flip it out there, and nobody home.
And we've seen him do that with success this year. Just throws it, shovels it a little too much. Or a little too late.
Maybe if he keeps running, he could turn that into
at
least maybe a 4 or 5 yard gain.
He had an avenue there.
Instead,
Huge third down here for Dixie.
Instead, it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Dixie 35. Panthers up 20-14. Bunnell over the middle. It's caught. And it's a 1st down and more down into the Team D Auto Sales red zone. And it'll be finally the tackle made at the 18-yard line. And that was Bo Hall, I believe, on the reception.
2-3 huge 3rd down conversions this drive for Braden Bunnell. Redeeming himself from that first half. They needed him there. And Bo Hall with a rare target and reception.
I think it's his first catch of the game, is it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe only the 2nd target. Bunnell going to go back up top into the end zone. 1-on-1, and it is going to be incomplete. Overshot Preston Mann on that corner route.
We'll see here on our TV audience. He's getting pressured a little bit. Fielding is relentless off that left edge, trying to get in the face of Bunnell, but admirable job by the offensive line here for Pineview.
Zone read, they give it to Cow. To Cow up the middle, down to the 6, and finally brought down. That is a gain of about 15 yards by Enoch to Cow, and it's 1st and goal Panthers. Out of the gun, Bunnell, give it to Takao again, and a big hit at the 3. And it'll be 2nd down and goal. Who came in and laid a little wood there? That was a San Hollow big hit. Right there, boom. That was Trevin Aldridge.
Going low.
His sophomore linebacker. Started the year, thought he'd be playing JV. Some injuries happened, and he's your starting linebacker. He's done a nice job. He's getting a lot of hands-on experience, and another run up the middle, and another stop. 3rd and goal now.
And Pineview's switched to Takao in this goal line situation, with Jordan fumbling it a couple times, and now a 3rd down.
Again. McCade Fielding shed a block and made that play from his left side D in. .9:45 left, 4th quarter. Pineview leads 20-14. Got to think if they get this, they'll go 2, try to get that point back. And a handoff up the middle, and he falls forward, and did he get it? I think the 2nd effort might have done it, but no signal.
Man, I thought he was in for sure.
No, they say no, he's not in. Dixie stands tall.
Man, Casey Erickson grabbed him. I thought he was going to walk in right about here. It looked like he was in. Erickson grabs him, throws him forward, and then that 2nd effort. Is the ball not over the plane there? Wow.
The umpire had the best view, and there were so many bodies the line judge couldn't tell, or side judge rather. And now, we've got movement, and it's offsides on Dixie. I think they just jumped, Andy. They'll move it like 2 inches at most.
Yeah.
I mean, you're as close as you can.
I mean, in a situation like that where it's on the inch line, it's better to try to guess the snap count to give yourself an advantage, and who cares if you go offsides.
Like, the ball is literally almost you could put a credit card between.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, this is 4th and a half an inch or less. Zone read, give. Touchdown, Enoch to Cal. Got it. Touchdown to Cal on 4th and goal. Big play there.
Great job. Bodie Ray came off hard, unblocked off that right side, and just couldn't stop the momentum as Enoch to Cal's legs just too strong. Dive into the end zone. And here we go for the PAT, or actually they're going to go for 2 to make it a 14-point game.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision. I guess they would try to make it the biggest lead of the night for the Panthers. Bunnell going to throw for it. Back of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. There's 2 different flags. I think they're separate. It might be face guarding PI and then a late hit there on the quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like that's a possibility. I think Keelan Washington is one of the best corners in the league, but against Dom McKenzie a couple times in a row here, he's had no choice but to face guard on the speedster. That
last drive was a 13-play drive for Pineview, going 80 yards, and we're going to have a replay of the down here. Pass interference on Washington and a personal foul roughing the passer on Bunnell, the Pineview quarterback. So Pineview's going to get another shot at this 2-point conversion. Bunnell looks a little ginger, too. He was ginger in the first half. But this kid's a gamer. Bunnell ready. Uh-oh. Bodie Ray tried to jump the count again, and he went into the neutral zone. So we're about to the same spot as we just were. About, started at the 3. Half the distance, and then half the distance again. We're down to the half-yard line. And Fielding is not on the field, I don't think. McCade Fielding is out of the game, and there's a run right up the middle, and a lot of contact, and did he punch in or not? Officials race in. They say no. No 2-point try. So the Flyers trail by 8, 26-14.
Great job by Allegria coming in, taking up a big gap, taking on the hard runner. He's got Bodie Ray helping him out on the legs. And it looks like he lands in the blue, but they're saying no.
You know, we don't have a sideline camera, so obviously we're at a disadvantage. But from our vantage point on that replay, it looked like he broke the plane of the goal. But and again, like we said earlier on the last one, the closest to it is the umpire.
Yeah, right there.
But it's not his call.
Yeah.
But, you know, in that instance, the line judge has to come in, sort through people, and then make a decision they probably didn't really see too clearly. Regardless, it was a great play, as you pointed out, by Allegria Gomez. And now they're going to take that penalty on the kickoff. And so Pineview will kick from the 40. Snow Canyon has built their lead to 35-17 over Crimson Cliffs. Another Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 update. And Cedar is over already. A shutout for the Reds. Cedar has beat Hurricane 49-0. They're now 6-3 on the season, Andy. This is returnable from 3. And Matalolo gets it out to the 20-yard line, and a nice tackle there by the Panthers.
And Dixie, both touchdowns in the first quarter, right? So it's been a while. And they still have plenty of time. 8:41 left in the fourth quarter. They need a big play. They haven't had a lot of those tonight outside of their first couple possessions after turnovers. And they'll go twins to either side, as always, with Avery back in the backfield with Barban.
26-14. Flyers in the fourth quarter need points. Barban taking a shot over the middle. Has Anderson behind everybody. Caught it. Shea Anderson to the 30, the 20, going wide. One man to beat, and it's touchdown Dixie. A 80-yard touchdown just like that. And what a throw from Barban to Shea Anderson. Oh, my goodness.
And what, I mean, just as we were talking about how dormant this offense has been, what do they dial up on first down? An absolute home run. And Anderson almost gets tracked down, but then he's got a fifth gear and gets to the pylon. This kid is sensational for the Flyers.
And they're going to go for the PAT to try to cut the lead to 5. The snap and the hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. Well, that changed in a quick minute, and we've got our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert in effect, Andy. That means everybody watching, listening, if you go to the St. George Yogurtland, it's only good at the St. George Yogurtland.
Yeah.
You get the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. First 5 ounces are free. Holbrook Asphalt, the leaders in HA5. They make your asphalt last longer. They work with a lot of HOAs, governments, cities, and that HA5 makes it's a big investment. You want it to last. Learn more at holbrookasphalt.com.
Tremendous. What that also does, you score in your drive is 1 play. Obviously, that's great. But it also gives Barban a little mojo for the 4th quarter because he's had a rough game. He hasn't had anything down the field. Everything's been difficult. Nobody's been open. And now you've got him feeling great, just down 5 with tons of time left. So huge turn of events there for the Flyers.
That's 8, and he's 14 to 29, and now some big yardage as that's a touchback because it's caught 4 yards deep in the end zone. Barban's numbers, your Wilkinson stats on the quarterback, 14 out of 29 in this game. Remember, at half he was 6 of 15, so starting to get it going a little bit, and 80 yards will help your average a little bit in your passing numbers.
I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and threw a haymaker here early in this possession. I know you maybe want to run some clock or whatever, but there's tons of almost the whole 4th quarter's left, so wouldn't be surprised. Dom has won that battle against Keeneland, Washington tonight.
So here comes Bunnell and the Panthers. Out of the gun. And zone read give and hit immediately and dropped. Trevin Aldridge, or no, that was actually, I think it was was it 56?
Yeah, I think it's
Cole
Warden.
Stewart.
I think it's Andrew Warden.
Okay.
Or sorry, do you have 56? Maybe I got the wrong number.
I have sophomore 56 Cole Stewart.
Oh, okay.
But we have conflicting rosters, so now I'm not sure. We'll check it. First time he's called his name, I know that. And it's a catch by McKenzie, comes back to the ball beautifully. First down in, looking for some yak yards. McKenzie breaks to the near sideline to the 40, to the 50. Dancing out of bounds near the 40 of Dixie. There is Dom McKenzie. Holy cow.
He is a bad dude, and for how much we talk about his just absolute speed, running the 100-yard dash in under 11 seconds, his ability to stop and make people miss, run into each other, incredible agility, and an amazing play by Dom.
41 yards as Bunnell finds McKenzie on about a 15-yard pass. It goes for 41. And there is a nice tackle by McCade Fielding. You know, McCade Fielding was off on that goal line stand. He was in some obvious pain, but he is a football player. He comes back in on this series and makes that play from the backside. He's been impressive tonight.
He's been great. He's rangy. He's a tough kid, and he's going up against a monster on the right side of that Pineview line, and he's holding his own and making big plays all night long.
And we got an injured Panther on the far sideline. And Intermountain Sports Medicine, Kaz Sakita, Pineview trainer out there, taking a look. And now they're going to wave everybody back on as he's up and off the field. They'll wave everybody back to the line of scrimmage. Panthers want to go quick. They'll wind the clock. 6:57 on the Nets on Fire clock. This is our Sullivan Holmes game of the week. 26-21, Pineview leads Dixie. Panthers, though, after that big 41-yard play, have it second down and 11 after that short loss on the run on first down, and Bunnell's going to air it out up top over the middle. It's caught, and Preston Mann's going to take it down inside the 15, and a Panthers Fabulous Freddy's first down.
And Dixie sent 5 or maybe even 6 guys, and relied on their secondary to go one-on-one, and Preston Mann, who has been fairly quiet relative to what he normally does, makes a huge play.
And another Panther down. That's about a 25-yard pass to Mann, who started to get into the action a lot more here in the second half. In fact, I think he only had one catch in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. And now another timeout brought to you by the Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending. Coach Hosner, one of the first over there to check on his player. And is that 78 or 79? I can't tell. I think that's 79. No, it's 70. It's for the Panthers. I don't have a 70 in my roster. Do you?
No.
Why are we getting conflicting rosters here? And now missing a player that maybe. The good news for Pineview is, Volanico is back out there after getting rolled up on. That's why those big linemen wear those knee braces. He was shook up, but he's back out there. Been back out there the last few series. Out of the gun, Bunnell looking to throw. 1st and 10, over the middle, and it is over. His intended receiver's hands. Christian Bailey, I think, was the target.
Yeah, good idea. He had time. He saw his only opportunity for a touchdown on this play was to loft it in the back of the end zone. Just didn't put quite enough underneath it for Bailey to run and catch it.
2nd down and 10 for Pineview. Here halfway through quarter number 4. 4th quarter play-by-play brought to you by Luke Udy, American Family Insurance. Get a free quote today. 2 locations, Southern Utah. American Family Insurance, home, auto, and life. And now they're going to try a little fade to the end zone. Leaping up in the end zone, but it's falling incomplete. I couldn't tell in that far corner if he caught it or just went out of bounds after he made the catch, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he stays on the ground a little bit. They're going to blow the whistle and go take a look at him. He's doing a post corner here. He had a step on Bo McGivern. Would have been an amazing catch. But it falls incomplete. Now he's back up, walking back to the sideline.
Lakers trying to close out the Heat tonight in the NBA, but they're having trouble. Miami's got a lead. About 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And Tampa Bay has knocked the Yankees out of the postseason that, Andy.
Wow.
3-2 Rays, and win it in 5. Play action, Bunnell, blitz comes. They get to him, he gets rid of it, and it's caught. And Bailey's gonna run it into the end zone, touchdown Pineview.
Wow, what a play by Bunnell. He knew he was gonna get destroyed. He jumped up in the air, took the hit, and flung it somehow perfectly accurate. He takes the hit, I believe, from Bodie Ray on the right side.
He stood in there as long as he could, even
Great
backpedal
job.
a little bit, but that crossing route to Christian Bailey, and once he caught it, raced to the front pylon, touchdown Pineview with 5:59 on the clock.
And a flag came out late on the field, right about the 3-yard line.
They're going to call personal foul on Dixie, I believe.
Yeah, dead ball foul. Going to be a late hit on Dixie. Touchdown will count. See if we can spot it here on the replay on TV. Touchdown scored. 54 takes a little nudge from a Pineview offensive lineman and then retaliates, and it's always that second guy, right, Dev?
Yep, he's usually the one that gets caught. They won't chase the points here. Kick the PAT, brought to you by Simply Wisdom Teeth, simplywisdomteeth.com. And Anthony Fausto out, and the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it. So it'll stay 32-21. Dixie will get the ball when we come back. We'll keep it right here.
Great job by Bunnell and how he's responded in the second half. He's made plays down the field. He's limping around. He's staying in the game. That time gets decked, but is able to make a great throw to Bailey coming across on a shallow cross route to take a lead. Now, Dixie is needing their defense to get stops because they've shown this, the last possession that they can score in a hurry. And we'll see if they come out, how aggressive they are in the first couple plays, trying to score quick. With an 11-point deficit here on our Sullivan Homes game of the night. Thanks for being with us on sportsradio977.com, CEC TV, and of course ESPN Radio.
How about Bunnell standing in there, taking that hit, and then finding Christian Bailey in traffic over the middle? How big of an answer after Dixie bombs away, goes 80 yards in one play to Anderson.
So good.
Huge. And now Hans' team looks like it's on here because of the penalty. They're going to kick it from the 45 of Dixie. Kogan is the kicker here. Tell everybody to go wide, and now the Flyers will back off a little bit. You probably just want to squib this, don't you? He's going to try to pooch it high and land at the 1, but it goes 2 yards deep. Touchback, Flyers will get it at the 20. I think he did try to kick it high to the 1 so the team could get down there, maybe get him down inside the 10 and make it a really big, long field for the Flyers, but just got a little bit too much foot into it. So here comes Dixie and junior quarterback Bronson Barbin. Avery Anderson in the backfield with him. Barney and Blake Watson, sophomore receivers, twins to the near side. Shea Anderson, the far sideline. They're looking for Anderson. Nothing there. Barney, checks down, and it's Watson. And Watson caught it inbounds at the 29. First catch of the night for Watson.
Yeah, right. Good job by Barney. He went through a lot of progressions there. Finally decided to whip it to Watson. Ref's talking about something on the play.
5:50 to go on our Nets on Fire clock. Check out the training packages with Intermountain St. George Acceleration. You can train and get basketball-specific training, speed agility training for one low price. The more you train, the more you save. NetsOnFire.org. Big basketball tournament over there this weekend. Tonight, tomorrow night, a lot of high school basketball players hooping it up. Basketball season right around the corner. We're hoping we can continue to play sports here in the state of Utah. Shout out to all the coaches, players, parents, administrators, High School Activities Association, all our leaders for keeping us playing sports. It's a game we love on a Friday night. We're under the lights, and it's a good one. Pineview leads 32-21. Barbin looking to throw, and pocket collapses, evades the would-be sack. Rolling to the sideline, lets it fly late, and it is caught by Barney. Was he inbounds? No, he's out of bounds. It's an incompletion.
How does he make that throw at that angle? Throws just a bullet down the sideline.
Phenomenal, but it didn't count.
And almost.
Does Barney get the left foot was out of bounds by half a yard or less.
Incredible. Best incompletion all night.
Barbin going to throw again. And it's caught at the chains. But Barney backs up and then dives back forward for the Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Man, I thought he was going to lose the first down there. Happened to him before where he's trying to make a big play instead of getting the for sure first down. I don't blame him for it. They need a big play. But he's had a good game.
Congratulations. Yesterday, the Crimson Cliffs Mustang golf team won the state 4A championship. Desert Hills team took second up at Meadowbrook in Taylorsville, Utah. Back-to-back for Crimson Cliffs. And another scramble and a throw, and it's incomplete. Lucas Schoen was the 4A individual medalist. Shot 9 under, 2-day total. 4 Crimson players were in the top 10. Barbin's been running around trying to make throws on the run all night long. They haven't really blitzed him that much. They run that 3-4, but they haven't sent 4, and I can't remember too many times where they've sent 5 tonight. Now, what was that penalty? That they called the penalty against Pineview. I was watching the replay, and I didn't catch it, but it looks like a personal foul going against the Panthers defensively. I believe that was a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I guess it was a legal use of the hands on Pineview.
Okay. And now Barbin going to throw. They're going to roll right and let it fly. And it's caught. Caught by Barney. Barney down to the 20. Fumbles the football. It's in bounds. And Pineview's going to recover it down inside the 10. Are you kidding me? Panthers jump on it. And they will take over deep in their own territory. Barney had it poked away last second. And I believe, was that Ryan Jordan that recovered it? Or was it couldn't quite tell the number on the recovery.
This game has been a roller coaster. I mean, just up and down. Just when you think Dixie's got it in a great position, you got to feel bad for Barney. He's had a great game as somebody comes up from behind him and taps it away.
What a catch and throw again on the run by Bartman. And then, boom. You see that sometimes. You poke it away from the backside. There's a 35-yard catch and then some yak yards there. But now Pineview will take over from their own 8. And the turnovers are starting to even out a little bit, Andy. Run up the middle, out across the 15, well, to the 15.
Yeah, and you're right. It was Ryan Jordan, I believe, who got the fumble recovery.
Those light gray on the white jerseys are really difficult to
know.
see. It was either 23 or 25, I thought, on the recovery. And I think it was 5. It might have been Collison that poked it away, or it was Franson. And they're going to work some clock here. About the only time you see Pineview go slow, right? When they need to use the old clock. You know, a couple years, Panthers staff really kind of adopted the, and now they're going to take a shot over the top. McKenzie behind everybody, and he couldn't come back, adjust, and make the catch. He had a step, too.
I mean, he is so far down the field on a go route. I mean, that was a long throw from the 5-yard line to the 50-yard line. And he's underthrown.
Almost made that play.
Almost came back and got it.
You know, that's the spot, though. You like that aggressiveness, right? Like, you get a nice little chunk on first down. Your second down is short. You think maybe you're going to throw to the sticks. Instead, you go over the top to your speedster. Dominic McKenzie. His mom ran track at BYU. His uncles all played in the NFL. His twin brother Marcus is a lockdown corner. We haven't even called his name tonight because they're not throwing his way. Dominic McKenzie had our Appliance Wholesalers play of the game last week when he blocked a kick, a punt, and it went for a safety, and they ended up being the difference they needed to beat Snow Canyon to stay undefeated in Region 9 play. Panthers only lost on the season as we got a timeout on the field brought to you by the Intercap Lending and Scott Gibson team. Only loss in the season came week 1. If you remember, it was 42-38. Ridgeline got them. It was a game that was supposed to be played at Pineview High School, but because of the pandemic, Cache Valley wasn't traveling all the way down to St. George, couldn't do an overnighter, so they met in a neutral site game, I think up in Lehigh or somewhere. I can't remember what. I didn't do that game. I can't remember what high school it was. Jog my memory, AT. Was it somewhere in the Salt Lake area? And Ridgeline ended up winning that game. One-possession game. It wasn't Westlake, was it?
I think it was Westlake. It was Westlake, yeah.
Timeout taken. It's 32-21. Again, reminder, football fans, whether you're listening on 97.7, watching on CEC TV, or our live stream to our Sullivan Homes Game of the Week, quality construction, they build homes just right. The Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert is in effect. Yogurtland is open late on Friday night. You got plenty of time after the game or to head on over right now. Not just you, not just one person. Your whole family gets 5 ounces free per person. A little over 5 ounces, you just pay the difference. At Yogurtland, compliments of Holbrook Asphalt. Play action. They're going to throw, and it's high and incomplete on 3rd down. And that'll leave Dixie a little bit of time here. And the punt unit's going to have to come on for the Panthers, but another aggressive play to try to move the chains.
And I love what they tried to do on just put the game away, don't give it back to Dixie. I know a lot of people would criticize you should be running the clock, make him use timeouts. I like that they trust Braden Bundle to make a play, just threw it a little bit high on that 3rd down. But now Dixie, once again, has a shot.
Lakers and Heat are in a 1-point game right now in game number 5 of the NBA Finals. 3-1 lead for the Lakers. Keep it posted. Kick is low, and it's going to bounce, and and McGivern's going to not attack it, lets it roll. And, you know, it's not a bad idea. Don't want to make a mistake, but he probably could have saved a little bit of yardage there, maybe 5-10 yards if he would have came up and caught it on a hop. But Flyers will still start this drive just inside their own 40. Coming up, will be our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. We'll name our Dad's Trucking players of the game. A lot of great performances tonight, huh, AT?
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the plays, the catches, The big plays down the field. It's been explosive, and Dixie's hoping for 1 or 2 more explosive plays to try to get back in this game.
3:37 left. 21 points. The Flyers scored 14 of their first 2 drives. But they need 2 scores down, 2 possessions here. And they're going to take a shot over the top, going to Greer. Greer going to miss. I thought he was going to dive and miss, but he didn't. He just got tripped up, and it was incomplete. Barber's got a cannon. Overthrew him. I think Barber's going to be the real deal at the next level.
Yeah, he's got all the, everything people drool about a next-level quarterback.
Coach Munkers is not happy with our head official. They're chewing at each other. And now he's flagging him. Now he's flagging Coach Munkers. And, Blaine is pretty calm, cool, and collect. I'm not sure if he's fighting for his guys or if he really is upset about a call that he thought should have been made.
In this situation, it must have been, to call it unsportsmanlike, 15-yard penalty, with the game still in doubt, that's a tough call to make.
Yeah, they were talking, they were going, and the ref was giving it back though, and then finally threw the flag. I wish I could have heard that conversation. They're going to draw it up the middle to Anderson, breaks 1 tackle. He's going to push ahead. He's going to get a nice gain. Back out across the 33 to about, I think I'm marking with right at the 33. And we 3rd down and about 16. Anderson sidecar to Barben's right. 2-by-2 set, 3-4 scheme defensively for Pineview out in the flat. It's complete on 3rd down. They'll pick up about 5, maybe 6, back to the original line of scrimmage. And now if Dixie wants to have any chance, they've got to have this play. Got to keep this drive going. 2:57 left, Andy.
Yeah, and I like kind of throwing an underneath route that you're going to, you're going to get it, make it 4th and manageable.
And we got a Flyer that's just laying down, and it's Greer. And now Barber's going to throw. And he's going to take a shot. Going for it. Oh, he's got a man behind the defense, and he overshot Watson. He had a big, big separation. The cushion was given, and he blew past it. And Barber just let him too far. Pineview will take over.
Yeah, Watson. Haven't seen him break free that much this year, but this one should have been 6, and it's one of these things where you're not used to throwing a Watson out on that type of route, and you don't necessarily have the timing down maybe, but just overshot him.
And Pineview now can just about do it with 1 first down. Dixie's got a couple timeouts, but they're down 2 possessions with just 2:49 left. Bunnell, handoff, Enoch to Kaus. Going to wrap up as soon as he gets into the line. McCade Fielding's going to try to wrestle him down, and finally does. And McCade Fielding did finally get Takao to the ground. And it's a gain of 1, and that's it. Flyer fans, Andy, a couple of them starting to head for the exits here tonight in this crosstown rival game.
Well, they've got to be proud with, Dixie kept it close. They kept it interesting pretty much the whole game, except for these last couple minutes where it's probably no longer in doubt. But forced turnovers, 3 interceptions, some big plays, but it's not going to go their way. Pineview just had too many players in key times make huge plays, and that's why they got the lead right now.
They're not the last game going. Snow Canyon is still going. They're over at Crimson Cliffs. It's 41-24 Warriors lead. We'll have all the finals, all the stats in our Region 9 wrap-up show. And got a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. Timeout's brought to you by Intercap Lending. Appreciate a couple of our great sponsors, Luke Udy, American Family Insurance, Team D Auto Sales, and of course, One Lawn, our scoreboard sponsor, your dedicated personal injury attorneys. 32-21, Pineview leads. Again, stay tuned. We'll have a Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We'll hand out some awards, get you some final stats. Then we'll go down field level and wrap up all of the games from tonight. Try to get some player reaction, coaches' comments if you can, in our Ideal Home and Paint wrap-up show. Appreciate Finley Subaru, East West Clinic, Camping World, Bucks Ace Hardware. Later on, we'll scour Region 9 and try to find our Region 9 player of the night from all the games. We'll have all that for you in the wrap-up show a little bit later on tonight. That's brought to you by Handles, homemade ice cream. 15 of 32 for Barbin tonight, I believe, are the numbers. And a handoff from Bunnell goes up the middle, and not much there. No gain.
Fielding still fired up, making plays. Kid's got a motor coming off this right side.
No gain on the play. Third down. Another timeout taken by Dixie. They're gonna try to at least maybe strip a football out here and maybe get the ball back with some little bit of time on the clock. If they could get a quick score, and then they'd have to try the onside and go from there. Checking some of our other Wilkinson stats. If you tuned in late, this game was Dixie, all Dixie early, 14-0. Then Pineview comes roaring back. Bunnell, you know, he threw a couple early interceptions, but then he started winging it around, hit Bailey for a touchdown, hit Moten for a touchdown. And then one of the top nominees for our Appliance Wholesalers Playmaker Play of the game was that one to Dominic McKenzie over the middle for that deep touchdown.
Yeah, that was fun. It's fun to watch him just get the ball in open space and make plays. And, you know, he didn't have, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns like sometimes he does, but he did make some explosive plays on the other end. Shea Anderson had one of the most impressive long 80-yard touchdowns that he's had all year.
That was a great play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there have been fireworks all over this game. Two teams that certainly could make some noise in the postseason. Out of the gun, Bunnell, 3rd and 9. Gonna throw. Taking a shot up top. One-on-one coverage. Preston man, and it is incomplete. Man wanted a flag, no call, and it'll be 4th down. Pineview with the ball from the Dixie 38.
Pineview going for the bomb. He did get grabbed, but I think it was after the ball. He kind of got spun around, wasn't in a good position to catch it, and the refs decided to pocket the flags.
By the way, Dominic McKenzie, talk about that, they had the long one, but 165 yards receiving for the Panthers junior wide receiver, and a touchdown.
Wow.
He's with the price of admission every night. You can get him in the right college offense, and he could be a star. Any college offense. You're going to kick it, try to pin the Flyers deep here. It lands about the 12, and it's down at about the 5. Took a nice little bounce. Marcus McKenzie, twin brother of Dominic McKenzie, there to down it. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, you don't call Marcus's name a lot, but he's a next-level kid, too. He's a lockdown corner.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of teams don't throw his way, and so he has to try to get opportunities on special teams. And now Dominic McKenzie's going to come in at safety on his brother's side on defense.
Just want some speed on the back end there. Some ball hawking ability. They don't want to get anything behind them. And almost an interception. They were trying to find, I think, Greer over there, or Barney. I can't tell on that far sideline. Or it might have been Kesterson, in fact. And nearly intercepted. Barbin looked it off nicely. He goes, checks down, but nothing doing. So Cannon's added a field goal, so about a minute left. They lead Crimson 44-24. So Warriors are going to keep moving forward in the win column. Barbin, check down, pass, complete. Out to the 16. Greer caught it. I think Greer's gassed or a little nicked up. He was on the sideline laying down.
Yeah.
And he's back out there. Did his head hit the turf there? Or shoulder? But he's still going to stay in the game. Barber going to throw again. Looking outside, Greer caught it. Out across the 25 to the 26, maybe the 27, depends on the spot. And that'll move the chains. Fabulous Freddy's.
First down. And they're going to run their 2-minute drill. Use the sidelines.
And another catch by Carson Greer. That was a pretty catch.
It was pretty, and it was a tight window, and he's got such great hands, and he was a primarily defensive guy for the first few games this year. They flipped him to offense, and he's kind of been their go-to receiver in key situations.
With Ellett out of this game and not coming back, they've been using him a lot. They'll go to Anderson, and Shea Anderson can't climb the ladder, make that catch. Incomplete. Incomplete down at the Pineview 40. They're in their prevent defense here. And another tight window. And McKenzie, both McKenzies, Dominic and Marcus, were both there in between Shea Anderson in coverage. One of the fun things I like to do over the years, now that I've been doing Region 9 football in Southern Utah for a long time, is got to keep track of these former Region 9 stars. And we've seen a number of great players come out of Southern Utah. Football just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Over the middle, it's Barney, and incomplete. And that was a beautiful job by the other cornerback, Tristan Francis.
And on this one, Barber, usually on a throw like this, you put a little bit more air under it, but it was closing fast, and it was basically triple coverage. So he threw it on a line, and good defense there by Pineview.
3rd and 10. Flyers at their own 38. Barber going to throw again. Going to try to move the chains, but it's incomplete. They're trying to go to Greer on that little out route again, and that time he let him just a little. No, sorry, that was Watson. Greer's getting a break for a second. Greer's gassed. So 4th and 10. Pineview leading 32-21. Just 42 seconds left in this game. Pineview trying to stay undefeated and looking pretty good at this point. 3-man rush unless they blitz. They don't. Drop everybody in coverage. 8 in coverage. Taking a shot. Home run. He's kind of hand-fought and pushed out of bounds. It's intercepted and returnable. And this is Francis. And Francis to the 30, to the 40. And sorry, that's not Francis. That's McKenzie. Dominic McKenzie with the interception.
You put him in for one possession. What does he do? He comes down with a pick. I think Dixie fans had an argument that their receiver was definitely kind of being pushed out of bounds on the launch here from Barbin. Not too bad, actually. Maybe before the camera got there is when it was most egregious, but
I called it a little hand fighting.
Yeah.
And you know, it would have. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of this game. Panthers, that special formation, they call the victory formation. Pineview going to win this game and stay undefeated. Region 9 football, final score is going to be 32-21. Trailed 14-0. Come back and win it. Fans, don't forget the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert is in effect tonight. Head on over there to Yogurtland. First 5 ounces frozen yogurt are free. I'm going. You going?
100%.
Let's do it. And that's it. They don't have to run another play. On the one-loss scoreboard, Pineview wins it 32-21.
Great game overall. I think, you know, the only reason maybe it was this close is because Pineview turned it over so many times, especially in that first half. But credit Bunnell, man. He switched it second half, made some huge throws, took some hits, battled, and, you know, hit McKenzie, Preston Mann, Bailey for that huge touchdown on the shallow cross. So excellent job overall. Dixie, once again, plays a physical game. I'm so impressed with McCade Fielding and that defensive front. They put it all out on the line, just didn't have enough firepower in the second half.
All right, let's take a look at our second half highlights as the Panthers stay unbeaten, 32-21, the final score. Enoch Takau takes a big shot from Honor Allo there, but Bunnell going back to work up top, and this is the big play of the game. Our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. This put Pineview on top 20-14 because the PAT there was blocked, but they never looked back from that point on. Never trailed again in the game, even though Barbin going to work here, finding Barney, slithering through, making guys miss.
love the fight from Bernie all night long, and we'll see here this was one of the best catches of the night by Dominic McKenzie. Right on the sideline, then they give it to Ryan Jordan, who fumbles it. And at this point, it's like, holy cow, what a change of events. Dixie's going to have an opportunity. They just couldn't convert on offense. And then great camera work there, spying on Preston Mann on the out route. And like we were saying before, Bunnell in the second half was a different quarterback. He was just on the money to all three of his star receivers, Bailey, Mann, and McKenzie. This time finds Bo Hall, who had a couple catches tonight. And then Enoch Takau takes it in close. Dixie did a great job trying to stifle him, but turned out Takau was just too much from the 1 yard line. And then Barban.
Yeah, Barban ends up tonight 20 out of 43 through the air. Had that one long touchdown right there to Mr. Anderson to the house. But it wasn't enough. That cut it back to one possession, but Bunnell goes back to work. Ensuing possession, look at Dominic McKenzie. Dominic McKenzie, checked the Wilkins stats, ended up with 165 yards receiving, 1 touchdown reception, and 1 interception. And he is your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game on that long touchdown pass over the middle that got the separation when the Panthers never looked back. Flyers kept fighting, though, AT.
Yeah, Barban getting out of the pocket, flinging it down the field. Great snag by Barney, but then he gets the ball poked away, and that was the most pivotal play at the end of the game.
That was probably the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game defensively for Pineview. That kind of sealed the deal there, too. Driving down, you're in the red zone, and then you fumble there at the end of that play.
And the interception from Dominic McKenzie to seal the deal. They put him in the defensive backfield. He makes a play, and that's your final 32-21 Pineview.
We're into our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We clean it all up. Dr. Cody and staff make your kids feel right at home with all your kids' dental needs. See why so many parents choose Dr. Cody. Exam, x-rays, cleaning for new patients, one low price, just $79 at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Andy, we kind of just named our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game. Let's start throwing out nominees for our DATS Trucking Player of the Game in this one tonight. Let's name one for each team.
Well, there's some. Let's start with Dixie. I mean, defensively, Bo McGiven had an awesome first half. Not only did he have the 2 picks, but he had a couple of big hits to break up passes. McCade Fielding has been tremendous defensively all season long. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Shea Anderson had that bomb. It wasn't necessarily Barban's best night, but he made some huge plays. I'd probably go with a defensive kid. I mean, Fielding was all over the field. Let's go with him. Defensively for the Flyers. For Pineview, Dominic McKenzie. I mean, even though he had a semi-quiet first half, the plays he made in that second half, including the touchdown down the seam, he caught the ball on the sideline. Somehow it was fit in by Braden Bunnell, and he got a foot in at about the 1 yard line. He was a difference maker tonight.
Yeah, Takau did have 93 yards rushing and a touchdown. And Christian Bailey did some nice things, including a touchdown reception. Moten had another touchdown reception for Pineview, and a big win. The Panthers stay undefeated with the 32-21 win over the Dixie Flyers. If you're a Dixie fan, this one stings. Your second region loss. This is the most lopsided. With this 11-point win, the Dixie losses combined coming into this game tonight were a combined total of 8 points. They lose by 11. Pineview's a really good football team. It would be one of the favorites to compete for a state championship. Just 1 week of the regular season next week, and then we seed. And Pineview's going to, they're going to have a first-round bye. They're going to have, home games for the first couple weeks after that. It's going to be fun to see exactly how far this team can go. They've got the talent to maybe go all the way.
They do, and I was impressed with their defensive secondary. I mean, nobody was open tonight for Dixie.
Right.
I mean, aside from the home run ball and some out patterns on the sidelines, I mean, Barban was flushed out of the pocket looking for anybody to come open, and Pineview doesn't get a lot of credit for their defense. That element of their defense was great, and flushed him out of the pocket almost every time he had to throw it. They were awesome tonight.
Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson hanging out with you here inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Real quick, let's check the broadcast schedule ahead for everybody on the stream and CEC TV. But congratulations to our DATS Trucking players of the game. DATS Trucking, your quality service carrier, running strong since 1988. And they also take care of all your snacks, like their famous chicken strips, and all your fuel, cold drinks at their Ernie's 2 Sinclair stations, top of the Boulevard, St. George, locations Hurricane, Cedar, and the original location off Exit 112 in Beaver. You went McCade Fielding, and you went Dominic McKenzie. Well, next week, it's a Wednesday, Andy. It's the old deer hunt, fall break. You know, it used to be the deer hunt. Now they give the kids the fall break. And we've got 2 games coming your way next Wednesday. Right at it will be Crimson Cliffs, Desert Hills, and then Hurricane and Pineview will be our 2 games. Our Sullivan Homes game of the week will be Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills, and that could be a really good game. I don't think the Desert Hills game is over. I think that game is still tied 14-14 until moments ago, and Desert Hills started to pull away and now lead Pineview 28-14. So that'll be coming up next week for everybody here on CEC TV and sportsradio977.com. The other radio game again will be Pineview trying to go undefeated Region 9. It's not often a team gets through this region undefeated, but Pineview's just got the Hurricane Tigers. They got beat 49-0 tonight up at Cedar. So Pineview's going to be heavy favorites in that game and a really good shot to go in undefeated. And they're probably going to be no worse than the number 2 seed in the RPI, you know, because Skyview would have to lose for them to jump in front of the number 1 spot there. Skyview is the defending state champs and has been all season long.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome postseason because Skyview's really good. I don't know if they're as good as they were last year. Park City's good. I don't know if they're as good as they were last year. You have Pineview down here, Snow Canyon, Dixie. You know, it was weird last year not having a Region 9 team, you know, compete for the title. But I think this year, I mean, one of these teams, they're all just about, you know, even, and I think definitely good enough to win a championship this season.
Here, before we say goodnight to our television audience, let's get some final stats for you in this one. There was some big performances tonight. We mentioned 165 receiving yards and a touchdown for our DATS Trucking player of the game, wide receiver Dom McKenzie. 93 yards rushing for Enoch Takau and a score. And obviously a ton of other supplemental statistics for you. 20 of 43 for Barbin. And, Barbin kept throwing lasers, kept fighting. He's only a junior. And I was impressed with Avery Anderson and Shea Anderson. They had a big game. Carson Greer was a warrior tonight, even in defeat. Interceptions, McGiven had 2. I wish I knew exactly who poked that Barney fumble out. I think it was Collison. And then it was recovered by the Panthers. That was a huge play in this game. So a lot of big plays in this game tonight as Dixie goes down 32-21 at the hands of the Pineview Panthers. Maycock made his return tonight, but I don't know if he got re-aggravated or something. They did not use him very much in the second half. Hunter Knighton is out. Obviously, the injuries there. We're seeing a lot of teams banged up right now late in the season, Andy. Snow Canyon had a bunch of guys miss the game tonight. Dixie's down a bunch of guys. Pineview might be one of the more healthy teams. Now, they did have some injuries in the Crimson game a couple weeks ago, gave some guys some much-needed rest, but right now they seem as healthy as anybody for the stretch run in the postseason.
Yeah, and I agree, and they're on a short week. They got to play on Wednesday. Obviously, Pineview has Hurricane. They'll be favored huge in that game. But I'm excited. I can't believe how fast the regular season's gone. We're almost over after next week, but I'm ready for the postseason. It's going to be awesome.
All right, that's going to wrap up our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Great job back in the studio, Martin Kelly, just taking care of us all night long. We'll say goodnight to everybody on CEC TV and our live stream. Again, the final here inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. The Panthers stay unbeaten in Region 9 play 32-21 over Dixie. For those of you on radio, stick around. Region 9 wrap-up show with more reaction, scores, highlights, and stats coming up after this timeout.